What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Try Time podcast. I'm Matt.
And I'm Callum.
And today we are also joined by everyone's favourite random.
I'm Harry.
And you join us for episode 49, the 2024 Super League season preview. You've seen on the channel recently we've done each of the 12 teams on a club-by-club basis. We've now clubbed our thoughts together and come up with an entire table, which is inevitably going to be 0 out of 12 for us all when we finish the season.
A shambles.
Probably, yeah. Or it'll be Harry who gets them all right.
Yeah, from all me.
Well, it'll be one off when he's 1.5k bet, and then the horse will let him down at end.
Yeah, I only had half of that.
But before we jump into the chaos of this upcoming season, we've got a very special announcement to make before we start. Now, those of you who have been following us on Twitter are probably aware and saw the post that went out on Monday evening, I believe. We are delighted to announce we have a community club partner for 2024 and hopefully far beyond.
Yeah, hopefully beyond that as well, yeah. Egremont.
Thank you. That was a very great build up there.
Thank you for having us, I guess.
Yeah. You're really selling this here. Shall I take back over?
Go on.
Yeah, as Callum very anticlimactically announced there, we have partnered with Egremont for 2024, and like we say, hopefully much more to come.
Yeah.
We're still finalising exactly what the plans are going to be working together, but you know, it's official, it's out there, it's in the public domain, and yeah, cracking bunch of guys up there, and yeah, just give them a support, or at very least, we all need to do a bit more to help the community game from time to time. Give someone in the NCL, SCL, whichever jurisdiction you fall in, support, and really champion the grassroots. That's something we're really quite passionate about here and want to bring to the podcast.
Which is where this has come from, really. It's come from our passions for the community game, and also giving you guys as a listener, like we want to do podcasts with these people behind the scenes in Egremont, a community club, to see the day-to-day run-ins and...
Which we are hopefully planning on doing. We have had some very brief discussions with them already on getting something set up on that over the course of this season. So if you're not already subscribed, click the red button and you'll see exactly when we're up there. But yeah, we will let you know more as and when we come to recording and releasing these videos. But yeah, in the meantime, thanks again, Egremont, for having us, and we look forward to a great season. Speaking of great seasons, Super League preview time.
Yeah, right.
Now, we briefly discussed in a Wetherspoons, because we're classy like that we're going to do this from 12 through to 1.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll have a few curveballs along the way. I'm hoping we've not got the exact same order and it's just going to be predictable and boring.
Yeah, true.
But
I feel like some of the teams, it's hard not to have in the same.
Is this a hint about who you've got at the bottom? Because, I mean, for anyone that watched last week's interview with Chris Berry, you've probably got a good idea who me and Callum have put there. If you haven't, go check that one out. Really insightful interview. Gives his comments on Hull KR, which, you know, you'll see what we think of them this season.
Well, that is funny you say that, because that is actually my 12th... Oh, no, sorry. No.
No, that wasn't even funny. That was terrible.
That's nowhere near realistic, which probably tells you a lot about who is
the fact you said that with zero conviction just made that even worse.
Yeah.
Who have you got in 12 then? You volunteered to go first with that one.
I have got the London Broncos.
That's interesting, because funnily enough, I have also got London.
You'll never guess what.
Have you got London?
Yeah.
I would have guessed it. I mean, no disrespect to London. Like, I wish you guys an absolutely fantastic season. I hope you're nice and competitive. It'd be nice if you didn't finish 12th. I just kind of feel like it's the true underdog story, because the problem is, you know, on the IMG scores you're already almost certainly not in Super League next year. I mean, Harsley they've barely scraped Cat B. I don't see any way that London could possibly argue to stay, unless they said, well, why are you replacing it with another Cat B? But that feels a bit flimsy given there's only 7 Cat A's or whatever. Yeah,
but there's still like 11 places between them. And
that's what I mean. It's not like they're sat 13th and there's potential. If they were sat 13th, like, and then they finish mid-table this season, you've maybe got a case of, well, actually, they're not far off, they should stay. We're probably not in that. They're the first part-time team to ever do Super League? And it just feels like
Must
all
be,
the
yeah.
money is going into the off-field stuff to boost that IMG score, which long term is probably a really smart move rather than breaking the bank to try and finish 11th.
Stay up and still get
Yeah.
relegated anyway.
But
Now, I guess we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't, and this were mentioned, I know, in the London season previews. We don't know if Norman and all them lot have gone because London have said, look, we don't want to offer you a contract because we're trying to cut
Haven't
down
they?
costs, or
well, we had a
because none of them actually have clubs yet.
because we had a passionate London fan comment on that, didn't we? I don't know if you saw that basically felt that those guys would be leaving regardless of promotion or not.
But you'd think that if any other team would do, like for example, it's hard to think of another team that, but let's say, I don't know, with Bradford, with Seguiaro, would he have stayed if we'd have gone up? I think he potentially would have done.
I don't know. He didn't stay when Leeds stayed up, so he's got thought.
No, I know, but you know what I'm saying. Like that's a bad example.
Would England have stayed?
Yeah, the thing is, if we were injured anyway, I think he'd have gone home. Oh God, it's a bit too far to go into.
But mate, there's you know what I'm
to think
saying though.
about.
Were they going to go anywhere, or
Yeah.
is that because of this and stuff like?
Yeah, we'll never truly know,
No.
but I think we're all pretty confident that we've got them bottom then.
What was the problem they had with the kit supplier and the sponsors and stuff? Did you see any?
What, by the fact the kit was still on
Yeah.
pre-order up until a few weeks ago?
Well, yeah, they didn't have a kit sorted by Christmas
It's
or
because
anything.
it's
And they didn't
of the
have
sponsors.
Yeah, but I mean, yours ended up in a shipping container at the bottom of an ocean, so this might not necessarily be the club's fault.
I know, but at least we had a sponsor.
Yeah.
What were going on
I
with
think
them?
because they were trying to do the sponsor negotiations, because obviously
At the
going to
same-
Super
yeah.
League, they wanted to get, they probably
Well-
can get more money from it realistically, and making sure they get the right money, it does make.
Yeah, because they are going to be televised every week now, which you wouldn't have had in the Championship. I mean,
Oh yeah, every game gets shown, doesn't it?
yeah, and we've got
Forgot about
Super League
that.
Plus now, which
Oh, that's
Super
just
League
seems
Plus,
expensive.
Sky. I mean, it depends, doesn't it?
I'll
If
tell
you
you,
don't have Sky, I
once we've
imagine
done a bit more of the season and we're kind of seeing how the whole Sky Sports Super League Plus interaction thing works,
Well,
there's probably potential to give our opinions on whether that's
Yeah.
a good long-term
see,
move.
It probably is a good thing, but they just haven't explained how it works very well. have
We've
they?
been crying out for a while, haven't we? I said, this our league, it just needs a streaming. We have.
But the problem is our
our
league
league
just
is
broke
poor.
every
No,
time.
but
It's
like,
very poor.
something like
Yeah.
a better version of our league for Super League. Every game we're on there and
Yeah.
stuff like that. We've spoke about having it, and it's a positive thing.
What's the one for the EFL? Is it called iFollow or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, something similar to that. I guess that's kind of distracting from that. So we are all London 12th.
Yeah. Less to say, I guess, because
Have we got the same
unanimous.
team in 11th as well? Who's going first on this one? I feel like you're smirking, so you want to go at the
He has to
end.
go first.
Go on.
He has-
I have got the
I wonder what's coming.
If you say OKR for every single position, I swear to God.
Castleford Tigers.
Well, we
That's
just knew that was
interesting
gonna
because
happen.
I've got the Castleford Tigers. This is not a very exciting start, is it?
Have you got Cass?
Harry?
I've got Hull FC.
Oh, we've got
Have you
something
actually?
interesting
Yeah,
to talk
yeah.
about.
Wow, is it? What,
Hull
I mean,
FC 11th. That is
I'll give you my
bold.
reasons.
Please
yeah,
do.
because they're coming with you at Pitchforks already.
Yeah, well, I've got mates that support Hull FC, and my mate Finn said anything that's above 11th he's buzzing with. That was his
Wow.
exact words.
I
So
think that's a minority of the whole fan base. Guys, just so we're clear,
Yeah,
Harry
but the
won't be
thing-
coming
no,
to
the-
Hull with us.
the thing is, though, they're not going to like me saying this because they don't want to admit that they're shit, but they are really shit.
God.
Like, they are.
I love when we've got Harry on. The whole thing just turns
well,
chaos.
Right.
Tony Smith passed it.
Do you want to go
just
full
saying.
squad numbers one down?
All
Te-
our
text-
future guests, potential guests are just dwindling
Well, we
away
just
now.
won't let
This is-
Harry
no,
anywhere near him. It's
I'd
fine.
like to say this is just my opinion.
Yeah,
nothing
I'm
to
gonna
do
say
with
our
these two.
opinion.
Well, we've not got Hull 11, so this says what we think differently.
Texoy in the halves, crap at fullback. He's not going to be any good in halves. They've signed Jack Walker. First, he's not going to last. What he's going to play 10 minutes every game, and spent rest at time on physio's bench. It's just not. I can't see it working.
I
What
do
about
think.
the big props though.
I think Hull have got problems.
I don't think that's going to happen there, mate.
What about the other guy who you couldn't
I
pronounce?
reckon he's going to be like second season Ant Walker.
Oh, God.
To be honest.
I hope I'm not even gonna say all of that. Like.
I mean, I do think
Yeah,
Hull
but you
have
know
got
what it was like in
genuine
the second
problems,
season.
but I don't think it's an 11th
Yeah,
place
that's-
problem.
that was very hard to say about Franklin Pelé.
What we're going to say at halves, have we got bloody Matt Orford?
Yeah, the thing is, you've got.
I know what you're saying, but I do think the team's still. I mean,
No.
I
Not
mean-
at all. Not seeing it.
The thing is that
what they've got is now.
Jaden Ockenbar is either going to get sent down or he's going to go home halfway through the season.
right, that's not a topic we feel like we should probably touch on. Jeez.
You can cut that out if you want.
No.
We don't want cuts and bleeps every time you
Why
come
has
on
it
the
gone
pod.
down?
Oh, it does. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's there we go. It's
Yeah, but I think
Unlike
I think they've made smart signings and they've got a team that can. It's young, exciting.
See, I don't actually think they've recruited
I
very
disagree.
well. I just think they've got enough to be better than Cass.
Disagree.
Well, we'll get to that maybe.
I mean, we'll maybe touch on this when I put Hull
yeah,
where I
where-
have, and we'll
and
kind
where
of.
They've only got one winger at the minute.
fit.
Yeah, and it's Darnell
Yeah.
McIntosh, which doesn't
He's not really
set the world
No,
alight.
but him and Tyndall are there. I would imagine they're.
But
first
Tyndall
goal.
has a broken finger, so
Yeah, I
he's
know. But
currently out of
that's what I'm
action.
saying though. Like, I don't mind that as their
What
fit.
else was my other reason? What did I say to you? Can't actually think. I don't think.
Shall we jump
there's
on to
no
why
there.
Castleford
Yeah,
are
I'm
going
gonna
to
say,
be
let's
11?
There's no there. You just didn't.
Well, this is
Actually,
exactly what I'd say about Castleford, because I think I
Also-
look at Castle's recruitment. They've got younger, which they needed to do, but the problem is they've not got anything I look at and think, wow. I mean, a halfback
Yeah, I
partnership of Danny Richardson and Jacob Miller in Super League this year. I mean, I'm sorry, Miller's not been Super League quality for about the last 5. How is he still getting paid? And I'd argue.
Richardson's just a physio's worst nightmare.
Well, I mean, Richardson and Jack Walker
Keeps
are
them doing
basically the
job.
same player because they play 10 minutes and then go down for 10
Suppose
months.
that's a positive.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
Like, I mean, you'd get more games out of Daniel Sturridge, for God's sake.
I don't
Sturridge
like.
turned up.
I think the PNG boys that they've got could do all right. I just don't like the back. I don't
But they
think the
could
back
also
line's-
be crap. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
you've
right.
got Nixon Putu, from what I've seen of him so far, which granted hasn't been against English teams, looks like a glorified Apo. He'll run hard for 10 minutes and then
Apo's
that's
class.
probably...
I can't believe you disrespected Apple like that.
Yeah, but Apo
He
in
does what he
Super
needs to
League
do.
would not have the same impact as Apo in Championship. You're forgetting this is a team that have signed him to play Super League.
It's something different, and it's what they probably needed it, to be fair, because they didn't have anyone that run hard really last year. They were Westerman, but he
Don't get me
can't
wrong.
do all the work.
Well, he ran hard to Greg's.
Joe Westerman is hands down Castleford's best player.
Player.
Well,
Yeah,
when
it's
we
not
picked,
even close.
well, we picked
Yeah.
our ultimate
There's no close
team, didn't we? And
second.
Yeah,
Westerman
yeah.
was in straight away.
He's unreal.
I mean, you had Watsy who got
Him
banned
or-
every 3
To be
games.
fair, the thing is, he's probably not even like he's probably like the top 5 number 13s in a Super League as well. To be fair, not being funny.
Nah, he's
I'd agree with that.
Which is bonkers, considering
he's
he
so
plays
good.
for them.
He's
Yeah.
so good. Like,
He's
mad.
unbelievable.
He's like fine wine, that lad. But yeah, I just think Cass overall just not strong enough.
Yeah.
Could prove us wrong.
I think
but
the recruitment's just...
I think
poor.
they've got an upper championship level team, if that. Sometimes
It's
I
a
think
bit-
look at team. I think there's teams in like Wakey's team.
I think if they
is-
get like a Wakefield, a Featherstone, a Bradford, somebody like that in the Challenge Cup at any point,
Oh, I fancy
it
us
could
against
well
them.
expose Cass, big style.
I don't know.
Well, you'd be torn, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
No, they come out. There's
Cue the
there's
side-by-side
weird-
pictures of
it's
Harry in a
weird
Bulls
though,
and
'cause
Cass shirt.
There's like when you watch them just against like Salford and teams like that, they come out and you think, no, it's going to be an hammering. Obviously, you don't anymore because of what's happened with Salford, but like that was the case for the past 2 or 3 years. But for some reason, every time it comes to like just being a one-off or a game that means something, they're just fucking fire.
Yeah.
It's weird,
I mean,
especially against Leeds.
what's the
So
that's
you,
true,
arguably,
yeah.
you kept them up last season.
Well, we gave you enough
Yeah.
points, although we saw it
Yeah.
happen up final day.
Well, true. But
What was it, 36?
46-0, wasn't it?
no.
It were, I was going to say it was Blake Austin's squad number, which I called it before the game as well.
Oh, yeah, a bit of a weird one.
It was written in the stars that day.
But yeah, I think it's interesting with Cass. But like, I guess what's Lingard's effect going to be there? That's what you got to think.
He'll get the best out of the, frankly, subpar players they've got in certain positions. But
Yeah.
the problem is, there's only so far you can polish a turd, to coin the famous phrase.
To be
Yeah.
fair, I think if they don't start McShane, they've improved already. Because I just think it is
Controversial.
Yeah, very.
I don't think there's
controversial.
anything controversial about it. All of my mates at Sport Cast have been begging for him not to be starting for the past 2 years. Because ever since he won MOS, he's just been steady.
Did you see?
And I think when
I'll
Liam
tell you
Horn
one.
came in,
He's
halfway
good,
through,
yeah,
like,
he's
yeah,
good,
they
I'll tell you what,
improved.
McShane did look nice and
They
happy
look
stood
better.
in South Stand towards back end of last season rather than at
It
Cass.
was stupid. And then that Charbel Tassifala, I think he's quite a good player, but that's like 2 very you don't know what's going to happen, do you? Because we've not seen enough of them really.
No.
True.
It's one of them.
That's true.
I think it's interesting, Cass, because it's like one of
You
them
never know
where
what's gonna happen.
you just don't. Yeah.
Because no one expected that 2017 season.
But
But
the-
it's funny.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah, but then
They're
the
not
squad
going
was
to get
better.
anywhere near that. But the thing is,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fucking, you can't do out about it. It's weird.
Mm.
It's like Leicester winning Prem. Not meant to happen.
I'm intrigued about where you've actually got Cass now. To be fair, but are we going on to
It's
10?
not that intriguing to me.
10.
Well, I was going to say
Well,
10th.
I've
I guess
got
we'll
Cass
start with,
10th.
is it Castleford in 10th?
Um,
You're building this up here.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
underwhelming.
And I feel like we've already
We've-
touched on that
yeah,
enough, haven't
the
we, on Cass?
Reason.
So, 10th I've
We've got the same, I know we are. We're going to be the same up
Why, what have you got 10th?
Salford.
Huddersfield.
Right, fair enough. Actually, to be honest, I don't.
Where do you want to touch on first?
I mean, I can give my reasons for Salford. I give the reasons in the preview that we did for Salford. I think
Thanks,
obviously at the minute the situation that they're in is not great. Big reduction in the squad and that sort of thing. Lost a lot of players, not being able to bring players in. But I think I think they'll struggle early doors. But I think I think they'll pick players up as the season progresses and get a fit squad together that will be safe but not push playoffs. That's why I've got them at 10th.
Fair enough. I just look at the Huddersfield squad and I have got zero inspiration.
Jake Connor?
Oh God, you.
But-
I mean,
Jake Connor
do you
will-
remember?
well-
no, this is what I want to say here now. Do you remember that first game he come back and played for him last season, and they were bigging him up on Sky Sports like something else? He come on with his first touch, he kicked a 40-20, and then with his second, he dropped the fucking ball off it.
Do you know what that reminded me of?
That was just comedy.
It's
It-
like
it
when
can
we
be
watched
like
Castleford
great
Wakefield
off,
and they spent the whole game saying, oh, Blake Austin's going to be a breath of fresh air, and he was outplayed by Miller,
Yeah.
which says a lot.
Yeah, Miller were alright that game actually.
That was his best game all season, to be fair.
What is that, magic? Or?
No, it won against Wakey when it was like survival on the line.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, Jake, I don't know.
I don't know.
Giants
Jake
have-
Connor. There's a really talented player in there in Jake Connor, but the problem is it depends very much what the rest. It reminds me of Rangi Chase about 12 years ago.
Just without all the issues, I'm assuming.
Yes, without wanting to snort every drug under the sun in the middle of the season. That we're
The
aware
thing
of.
is,
It's alright if it's in off
About-
season, isn't it? But
Well, I mean, I don't know.
to be honest, mate,
I mean, Chase did get his drug bans in season rather than off it, to be
I
fair.
really disagree with that. I think that's proper harsh on Rangi Chase.
I think Rangi Chase was a great player, but the problem, and this is where I was going with this, the problem is players like that are so unpredictable, even they don't know what they're going to do. So having the teammates there to
every time
support
Chase did it, it was so good. Whereas
Yeah.
with Connor, you don't get that.
But the problem is, you had the rest of his cast team, or whoever he was playing for at the time, they didn't know what he was going to do, so no one was there to finish it off.
That's why we're different.
It were different, but he had three men round him and then could do nothing. Connor's kind of the same sort of ilk.
but there's
He does
like-
something, and he's got no support from his teammates because they've no idea what he's going to do next. He could drop the ball, or he could go 30, 40, 50 metres up the pitch.
yeah,
You've also got a lapse of concentration up there, which is similar to what you said about his first and second touch. I remember at
yeah,
Headingley
what
last
it is.
year, there were a point down,
Oh,
so what
yeah.
did he do? He kicked the ball into touch to give Leeds a scrum to
Yeah.
control the game.
Yeah.
Like, you're not in
Very
front
weird.
by a point, you're behind, you're chasing the
The
game.
proper foot, yeah.
I think it was just a...
Yeah, but it's not just
lack
Connor.
of
yeah,
though.
concentration.
It's Switch took bench on telly and they all just look.
bemused.
Yeah.
And then
It
you've
was
got
weird.
the whole parts of the season where he was supposedly fit but wasn't playing. Like, is there a potential problem with Watson there that
Nah,
might have resolved? I don't
Watson
know.
wouldn't have brought him in, I don't think, if there was a problem that could be had. I think
It's hard to
you're
say
at a
because
point
obviously
where
he's
you
got a
know-
reputation for being a polarising character, which,
You know that
fairly
when you bring
or
him in,
not.
though, don't you? You know
Which
that when you
one,
bring him
Watson
in.
or Connor?
Well, both, frankly. But
To be honest, yeah.
so it's two big egos that if they rub each other the wrong way over anything, could explode. I look at but then let's just look wider at Connor. I mean, are you on telling me that you're inspired by their halfback combination?
What, Clune and Russell?
Well, do you think
Or
that's where they're
Lolohea.
going? Because you've got Lolohea thrown in there.
I mean,
He's not
I'd
playing
go
for a bit
Clune.
though, is he? I'm sure I've seen some.
I'd go Clune
about
and
him.
Russell.
I
personally.
probably would.
Which
But
I
then,
like
but then
that.
that's also touching on another problem. If you've got a player like Lolohea who's on decent money there and considered one of their better players, who's not playing,
Quota player as well.
it's a big spot not to have. I don't know. They've lost Chris McQueen as well, which is kind of their big X factor. I thought.
think
Yeah,
a big
they're without him for a
takeaway from Huddersfield was about they've brought over a few NRL-based players, but them players haven't necessarily played much NRL, so you don't actually know how good they are. Like Clune could come over and be really good, but like and they've got Deakin, who's a good young hooker.
But then I guess if we look at, I don't know, it's always a gamble, isn't it, with NRLs? Because you've got guys who've played hundreds of games there that have come and been absolutely crap, and you've got guys who've never. Trent Merrin's a prime example because while I don't think he was by far the worst player that's ever come over, he certainly didn't live up to the hype and money. I mean, he was massively outshone by Matt Pryor, which I don't think anyone really expected.
When he got made captain and then went home like a week later.
But then it goes beyond that. Like Chris Sandow came over with real hype and did very little.
He probably did more than most.
His first season was shocking.
He kicked a good drop goal against Salford. Remember that?
His second season were a bit better, but his first year, shocking. Matt Orford.
Yeah, but we were skim.
Tyrone Roberts.
Precisely. I mean, we could go on for days.
Orford, wasn't it?
I mean,
you forgot about him, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, no. Well, yeah, but being a Bradford fan, you want to forget about some
players that we had around that era.
I mean, Greg Inglis, although granted he were crocked when he came and had already retired once.
Who was that fullback that we signed in like 2017, Phoenix, whatever he were called, that we were trying to get to come over, and then we just went. It got to like April or something. We just went, yeah, lads, this isn't happening.
Oh yeah.
He come from Union, but we wanted him, so then we had to get Chisholm instead.
Yeah, well.
Your fortnight, buddy.
Yeah, man.
French boy played with DePaul. Right. You did just remind me talking about Union boy, and this is completely unrelated. Did anyone else completely forget that Kyle Eastman went back to Leeds for a bit and lasted about 3 months?
I do remember that.
When did that happen? Apparently he even played once, and I do not for the life of me remember when he played for us.
I remember him
at the same time
Wire
got Greg Inglis, wasn't it?
I remember him signing for us, and then he disappeared, and I completely forgot about him.
It's arse in this country, mate.
Yeah, he'd already medically retired, came back for a paycheck at Warrington, and frankly didn't do a huge amount.
Actually, to be fair, he did the entire season. He just did the rest of it in the club shop. There you go.
Well, that's right. So
anyway, Huddersfield and Salford bats. Then neither of them are overly inspiring.
Got Huddersfield in 10th.
Yeah.
All right,
that's low, isn't it? I think that's low. Right,
well, 9th. I don't know.
9th. I've got Harry's 11th, mate. I've got Hull FC.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Why are you putting Salford?
Well, you'll find out, won't you?
Well, he's got a mate.
I can't remember who I've actually.
It's obvious now.
I don't. Actually, it's not Callum's favourite OKR.
Well, I don't think they're going to be that bad.
No.
You forgot.
Remember now. My 9th, I'll just say, is Huddersfield. So, which I agree with a lot of what you've said. Not to the same degree.
So have I now got to say why I think Hull FC will perform slightly better?
Better than what you thought Harry would.
I guess we'll go back to the recruitment point here, and I'll just do it. I agree on Jack Walker. I think he'll have a few good games, but I don't think defensively.
He's all that.
His defence is not one of the best in the league.
As a fullback defence, doesn't really matter. And
I'm sorry. Look at Wigan's highlights from when they got nil. The ball, I would hit forward that sidestepped in, and you just see Walker flying through shot like he's been shot out of a bloody cannon in wrong direction. I mean, I could stand here and I'd be nearer to the tackle in Hull than what he was.
I've spoke to Hull FC fans, and I don't think, even though Hoy's going to be in the halves, he's
well, Hoy will wear the number 1, obviously, we know that. But I think do you think Leighton's going to start over Walker then?
Based on what Hull FC fans have said to me.
Because I wouldn't have thought so heading into the season, but like you say,
they'd throw money at Walker to not play him.
Well, this is what
can't be on big money though.
Reportedly over 100 grand.
What for Jack Walker?
For Jack Walker.
Who we had last? How much were we paying him last year?
Well, a combination of between Bulls and Leeds, reportedly around 75. I think we were paying a portion of it because you took him off our hands.
We also had that big problem with Bodine and his.
When we were paying him as well.
Because he was still something to do with their foundation, so that's how we were getting paid.
To be fair, he was still working with us, which is why we're on cheap wage for you.
Yeah.
So we're kind of dual.
I don't know. There's a lot.
That still seems a lot.
Yeah, because
this is the thing.
No, it is, yeah, obviously.
Like, why are you paying Jack Walker that much if you're going to start Leighton over him? And this is kind of where I disagreed with the Hull fans and talked about Walker as the backup, because I don't see why else you'd sign a player like that to not use him.
You've got to look at some of the amount of money FC have spent over an amount of time. They're paid.
But Pearson's complaining that the skin.
Yeah, but
so why are you throwing 100 grand at a backup?
Not being funny, it
doesn't make sense.
They paid Josh Reynolds 500 grand That's their highest paid player ever. Like, look at how that went. Come on.
Which suggests they need to recruit.
And he wasn't
Better.
that bad to be in it.
And I mean, this is actually.
Yeah, but they hated him.
If you pay
He got rinsed, and it was best. It was probably
best half they've had in since
Yonks,
Kelly, definitely. Yeah.
I think you look. That's a prime part. Because you look a few years ago, you had Hull KR that had just come out of the Championship again, versus Hull
Flipped
FC
on
who've
its
done the
head.
double at Wembley. And what's happened is Hull KR have recruited lower waged players who will play for the club and are very underrated. In fact, I mean, you look at Minchella, he'll have been brought in initially quite cheap.
What a player.
Well, yeah, from us,
Wondering
yeah.
From
yeah.
Bradford. You know,
That whole era, like them, like him,
there's
Staunton,
him, Ryan, Matty Staunton, yeah.
Keys went,
Mills.
but he didn't really do anything.
Yeah, I'm going to say he
Mills
didn't.
and Keys, but they were the older ones that
Keys,
went.
We completely ignored Mills going to Cass, actually. He's probably going to play giving Richardson up with Crocs for 90% of the season.
Mills
back
is
now,
Crocs
isn't
though, isn't it?
Well, he won't be starting it,
Yeah.
yeah. So they need Richardson to survive long
What's,
enough for Mills to come back. But yeah, KR recruited sensibly, didn't waste the money they had.
Yeah.
And generally, fair play to the chairman.
Even
He's
now
run that
they're
club like a
constantly doing
somewhat
it,
smart
aren't they?
business.
What's happened
Like
to that? Was he
picking
like
up
there
AJ Wallace
last
and
season?
What, Brad Schneider?
Yeah.
Gone to Penrith as backup.
Ah, right, fair enough. Didn't know if they still had him or not.
Nah,
Well,
he's gone.
I assume we'll get onto KR more later on as we get onto it.
Yeah. But like FC have done the complete opposite. They've thrown money at players that have tried to turn them from cup heroes to league contenders.
This is
And the closest they got was probably 2017 when they were out in the semis.
part of the.
But ironically, it was Sutcliffe that knocked him out, and now he's the starting centre.
Part of the problem at FC, I think, is they never really. So when they got rid of Radford, I think they did it at the wrong time. I think they probably should have done it like before that season started, so they had like a fresh.
I don't think they've
Yeah.
ever really got the right
Also,
coach.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. They've never gone for the right option.
Because Andy Last is just Lee Radford in drag. Because he's been his assistant that many times. They've got
Yeah.
similar styles of rugby.
That's exactly.
If
what
one
went wrong
doesn't
at
work,
Cass.
the other one doesn't work. We
Um,
saw it at Hull, we saw it at Cass. Hodgson
Brett
was a
Hodgson,
gamble.
No, yeah.
I didn't mind the Hodgson though, because I think it could have worked perfectly.
It was a
It did.
sensible gamble to take. And to be fair,
Well, yeah, but-
to be fair to Hull, they did end that at the right time. They didn't drag it out.
It were brave, but it didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
But
I don't mind Smith as a ship steadier, which is
I
kind
don't
of what.
think-
he
But then the
really
problem
had
is,
at
if you're
KR.
throwing 100k of backup fullback, are you steadying the ship, or are
I
you creating a
think
toxic
The thi-
atmosphere
no,
that's
the
very
thing is,
akin
I
to
think
Manchester
Tony
United?
Smith is very set in his ways, so I think.
I don't think you
especially
win
with
anything
with
with
what
Smith.
happened with Connor winning that when he just called him like fat. Now he's gone, hasn't he? I think he's very. You can tell he's. You can tell he's just a very strict man, and I think sometimes it don't work, especially with.
Especially with players that
some
have
of
got the
their players
ego
they've
that Hull
got
FC
are
have.
quite young, so it's not going to.
You've got impressional lads and big egos, and neither of those really work always
Well,
with
I do like.
disciplinary and managerial
I mean, I
styles.
hadn't even got onto Hull FC. I mean,
Also, I think Smith when
so-
he when he was
Go on, no,
finishing
you
at
go.
KR, I think he were going down pan a bit there.
yeah, well,
they had a
yeah.
proper-
Well,
bad
they've
run
definitely
before.
done better under Peters, which probably
Yeah,
says a lot.
lot.
I think if I'd have been Hull, I'd have wanted to go something a bit more ambitious. I'd be looking like, is it the Morris brothers down under? Demetriou, you know, get someone who's
Yeah.
got a bit more
Rather than
interest about them.
teetotal Tony that's been everywhere.
Yeah, maybe 15 years ago.
Did a great job at Warrington, didn't he?
Yeah.
But always their year when he were there. In
To be
fairness,
fair,
Warrington
it-
have actually got worse since he left, but
Well,
they were
yeah.
fine under price. Anyway, we've got
I'd
distracted
argue that
again,
Him and Powell probably built your golden era squad.
which is probably the last good thing that they really
Yeah.
ever did in management, to be fair.
And I want to go with that before I was born.
Probably, well,
Yeah.
bloody hell, don't say that.
I'm gonna say McLennan were probably the better one we had out of the lot
Mm.
back in that era.
Mm.
I mean, he won, it.
I'd have said so, but
That's when all the players started coming in. Really. I mean,
Yeah.
you obviously built your own talent like Ryan Hall and that, but
true. Anyway, we're not on about
The
Leeds'
best player
golden
came from us,
generation,
though,
but
what Peacock?
Yeah.
Well, very very good player, but that's.
very good. But to say he's the best
Very-
of that entire era, I
But I'm
don't know if
very
I
big-
agree
Oh well,
with.
we've spoke about this before. I don't know if it was on pod, but about our opinions on the best player from that era.
Maybe that's another
Shaw
video
Moore.
at some point. Every club's best player in the Super League era.
Yeah.
That's probably another one we do at some point. Anyway,
So yeah.
have we got to say on Huddersfield while we're here, or should we jump straight into our 8th place team?
Well,
No, I think at Huddersfield it's based
I
on
haven't even
what
done my
I've
ninth yet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you have. I thought you said you had Huddersfield.
No,
Oh,
I think you said you had.
I thought you agreed
I've
with
got
it. Go on then. Who
Huddersfield.
have you got 9th?
Salford
Is it
for
Salford?
the
Oh,
same
right, fair
reasons,
enough.
pretty much.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I don't think they're going to be like
Terrible,
Yeah.
Nah, they're not going to be awful, but they're definitely not going to be good.
They'll just win, yeah.
Which
They'll
kind of
just be
segues
very
nicely into
average.
the fact I've got them 8th. And I'm
You'll-
assuming we've all got this same core of teams at the bottom, and we've kind of
Yeah.
just.
Well, you
Well,
haven't even, have you got them 8th then?
I've got Salford 8th. Yeah.
I've got Hull FC 8th.
And you've got Giants 8th, I assume.
Yeah, Huddersfield, yeah. 'Cause
So we have all got the same bottom.
So we can't. I mean, I was kind of saying
five.
this. I think we've got a clear 7. We've
And
got
then-
then
yeah.
3, and then
Well,
2.
no, for Harry, he's gone for a different 2.
So apart from Harry, who thinks Hull FC are going to be worse than what we do,
You've
they,
got Hull FC in bottom.
Well, yeah.
you think it's a 7-2-3. We
I
think
don't
it's a
think it's
7-3-2.
The thing is, if we got them in Challenge Cup, I won't feel threatened at all. I won't.
Yeah, I think I
No.
think I'd be less threatened by like Cass or Salford at the minute.
No, I don't know why. They've just got some players that I just look at and just think,
But
you are Raj.
What I do like about Hull FC is I think now, even if they get injuries, their current young crop of players are really like. How good is Deneve Barnforth, by the way, who played for Newcastle last year? Like he should be starting. He should be playing like Super League.
I think that is Hull's biggest
Completely
strength
forgotten
and
him.
also their biggest problem. Because while the young lads are good, they're on an equal level to the first team because once you get outside of that core 17, that whole squad starts to look paper thin from about squad numbers 18 onwards. I mean,
But
there's a couple of
that's why I'm
gems in there
saying
like Litton.
they're gonna. I think that some of them players are ready to step
You could
up.
put number 19 or you could put number 37 and you've basically got the same ability player, but that's also damning for what their
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
wider depth is
But
at that
I think
side.
if Hull FC can finish in this sort of spot and bleed in some of these players, and it can be a positive season, I think.
They just
if
need to
can
get rid of
them
the toxicity and then they might
Yeah, yeah.
actually...
And Tony Smith.
Well, Toxic
They
Tony
just-
might be part of the problem for all we
To
know.
be fair, I've got Huddersfield in 8th just because they're there. Just making up the numbers really, aren't they? That's about it.
And I think the only reason I've probably got Salford higher than you two is I actually think they've recruited replacements quite well in some of those key
I don't even know who
positions.
they've brought in to
Really?
replace Hackers and Croft.
I honestly think
nah,
Cade Cuss is
nah.
going to be one of the signings of the season.
Yeah.
I think you were very
But-
harshly treated at Wigan. The biggest problem I've got with Salford is they don't seem to have a good hooker.
But
Amir Burrell start. Well, he's
But-
he's actually come out as Rowley and said it's
Yeah.
a chance for him to play, which could be great, could be crap.
Great, but
And then you've got Wigan.
is he
who've
going to
got-
be an 80-minute hooker?
Is it Warrington have got like 3.
Warrington
Super
have got
League
3
starting
hookers because they've got Powell, they've got
Sam Powell, they've got what's his name?
Dwyer and the fella whose name I've just forgotten who I
You
actually
know,
know as well.
one who plays for England and
Danny
actually-
Walker.
Danny Walker.
That's
You
the
know who
one.
actually is like.
I had Danny Summit, but I
One
had
of
come
the
to
best
his last
hookers
name.
Wrong one.
I'd f-
I don't
The
know.
one who'll actually start, you've
Yeah.
not got, because Powell, I don't even know how Powell.
The one who I think is
I think
potentially
Powell
the best
should start,
hooker in
personally.
Super League this
No, but I think
coming
I
season.
don't think Powell will play hooker. That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't think Dwyer should play.
I could see Powell playing. Powell could play in halves.
I don't know because Dwyer's a
Over
very
to what?
interesting player. He gives you a lot out of dummy half if you've got a bit of a broken line, but his passing is just not Super League level.
And he's just not a Super League player anymore.
I mean,
I'd argue.
No, I'd say he is.
I feel
I mean,
harsh because I
when
love
you
Brad
look down,
Dwyer,
it's like
but
anyone can be a Super League player. Look at the Londons. You can't tell me you don't start for
what
London.
McCartney's a Super
Oh,
League.
what, Dwyer? Yeah.
Ilias McCartney's a Super League player. And we had him.
He's not there anymore, actually. It's Dalton Grant. I'll have you know.
No,
Is he still there?
Yes.
He's
Grant's not there. McCartney's there. McCartney will play
Who
for
was-
Scholars.
I thought
2
they were
years
both
ago.
there.
No, Grant's gone. He was last year. He's gone now.
Where? What?
Their wingers will be Kershaw
Where's
or
Dalton Grant
McCartney
gone?
or
'Cause he was there
Kershaw.
last time we played him. I'm sure he hasn't been anywhere.
No, he's just. Honestly,
Well, you
I
look
know
at
for a
you look
fact
at that
he's
squad.
not McCartney is his number. He's got number 5. I think. McCartney.
What have you done?
But yeah, I don't know. I think Salford have made the best of a bad situation. There's weaknesses there, but I think there's weaknesses in all these teams, to be honest. And I just think
Different reasons for them all, I guess.
there's different. Salford always seem to have a crop of nomadic players that turn up,
Yeah.
and Paul Rowley's sides are always very difficult to beat,
Welsh
and they've
Wales.
got that little bit of thuggery in them that can really rough a team up and get under the skin. And I think that sees them through against a lot
I
of these
think he's
bottom
the one
half
point-
teams.
like Brierley against under Rowley when he were at Lee back in the Championship, and even that, like I just think he's a different player under him. Like how good has
Yeah.
he been under him? I think that they've got that sort of match winning thing. I think
With Brierley, Cust still now in.
Sneed's still
Aye.
there.
Sneed's
It's not
still
a
there.
worse-
The hooker
Sneed's
maybe lesser,
good.
but there's an okay
But
spine
I
there.
do think they've signed a very problematic person.
Which one are you going for?
The one that played for you last season that just decided he wanted to go home and not come back.
Yeah, Nenny McDonald. That's,
I don't think they're going to get more than 5 games out of him because It took him about 2 months to come back to the country.
What I think is very interesting, and I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen the interview that he did.
He's not going to last.
When he was like, you know, he's turned down an NRL gig, and I kind of thought, I don't know what fucking NRL wants you, mate, 'cause you were shit at Leeds.
Yeah,
But
the thing is, he wasn't even bad when
to
he
be
played.
fair, if he didn't
was-
see, he
was
can
just
get an
had-
NRL gig.
He had a massive head. That's actually it.
He was good
Also-
at Lee though, wasn't he? Like at Lee, he tore
Yeah, he
us
was-
to shreds
yeah,
a few
yeah.
games that we played.
But I guess
Especially
that
at
was...
Oswell.
in that cup
Championship.
game when we were about to
Oh
beat
yeah,
him,
that
and then he scored it, like he just walked over in last
I
minute.
think the more damning thing about that interview, though, is...
He's still got a missus and a kid in Australia, though, honest. I don't
Well,
think-
this
I
is
think that's
it.
gonna be
He's
an
got
excuse.
ties
well.
there, but I don't know if you clocked this. He's supposedly come to UK for stability and a longer contract. He's come back here rather than with his newborn kid that he travelled halfway around the world and didn't come back for to see. So it seems a bit counterintuitive. But also the fact that you can basically imply by what he said, he signed a gag order about what's happened at Leeds, which says it all about how messy it got.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, no party has come out and said that there's been a gag order signed, but by what he has said in terms of, you know, he's not going to talk about it, he assumed he was coming back, the club thought it's all very vague that suggests something's happened legally in the contract dispute situation that's probably never going to be disclosed.
But just
that-
no one's going to find out about probably.
That suggests he's a part of his deal is he's got to keep stum about it because ultimately he's probably breached his contract.
Yeah.
And that's
Few players
worrying
have
to
done
have a...
that.
Oh, it's
Yeah, I
not
just
like
think
it's.
once it happens.
It's
it
not
happens,
uncommon.
over.
But
No,
it's then how do
definitely
you
not.
move past that in a new club in the same league? It hangs over you.
But I know, I feel
Burr
like
just had the same problem, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because he wants to training, and he's no KR.
Which will be interesting to see how he goes because he's been quite vocal and unhappy about
But
his
he's
Salford
Ryan now.
exit. But
yeah, that's when I could see this Salford
Well-
situation capitulating even further potentially.
see, I was just going to say actually Ethan Ryan, I think he's a very smart signing as well, and will finish a lot of
Oh,
tries
yeah.
off on the
Yeah,
edge.
yeah.
And I think
If-
that's what
if they can
Salford do
pass.
well. They recruit smart, a bit like what we're saying about KR. They bring in the right personnel. They don't go for these chasing the big names.
I think it's hard.
And also,
harder
they've
to do
just
that
sold
now
Croft
than
and
just-
Ackers for big money. Like, there's the
Yeah, but
financial
where's
problems
that?
aren't the same. Well, I think the biggest problem at Salford and
It's a stadium.
the stadium
that's a big
problem.
reason, yeah.
Because at as things stand right now, without a signed lease or any sort of certainty over that stadium, it could be Salford that drop this year more than anybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Because without a
That-
ground,
that
they're
could
not
just
going to
be
get a
down to,
Super
like-
League
Yeah.
spot.
Oh,
And
if
with
they're in
Toulouse,
big danger.
Wakefield, and even, you know, say what you want about the state of Odsal, because frankly,
Here we go, we're getting in there. Come on.
it's a bit of a shit
No
heap. And,
chance.
it's a shit heap, and frankly, what's filling in. But you know, with how close they are on IMG points, if you're the likes of Bradford,
Parade,
Wakefield,
please
Toulouse, you're seeing this Salford situation. You're seeing where London are in the coefficients. There's potential we have two teams go here.
Yeah.
There is anyway.
I don't think. Well, yeah, and
well,
Cass in a dire strait actually as
Yeah,
well.
'cause
No,
Cass-
they've got no.
No, because you tried to slim, you
they-
falsified your accounts, and
No.
RFL
Have you
laughed
not-
you
have
out
you-
there.
No,
We're not
really.
changing your score.
They've got that new. Well, they've got the new backer now, haven't they? That's just a fucking multi-billion.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah,
every
it's
year.
that
And
time every
also-
10 years where Castleford release some pictures and say they've got a new
No,
guy.
that's not even about that. I'm just on about this big bloke that's put like
Big-
Martin Jepson or whatever he's called. He's got 80%.
Next year we'll be saying, oh, we've got a
and
deal
he's
with
worth- he's worth
Burberry,
like
that gets us
28
Super League.
million. Yeah, but that's just because Burberry were made in Cass, wasn't it?
Oh,
Explains why it's these days chav tyre, but
It's just one of them, innit?
We don't know, do we?
There's no, I'm not. They won't struggle
Should
like
we-
Salford or London will. Because I think Salford will finish above them, but I think financially they'll
Yeah,
better
yeah,
off
yeah.
them both.
potentially. I don't think it's set in stone though for any of those three, to be honest.
Imagine all three go down and Toulouse, Waking, Bradford come up.
Be
Wow.
interesting.
Is that not a
Seems-
more exciting
Catalan and Toulouse in one season.
I'll
wow.
tell you what, here's the thing for you, Harry.
What?
What would you choose? Bradford go up to Super League, but it's at expense of Cass.
Were you a Bradford fan? So
Was
you...
it
I
Cat,
don't
didn't
really care, do I?
Told you he got both.
I can't believe
We've
that.
all seen
What?
Harry in the Cass shirt.
Oh no, I'd rather us go up and they can get fucked. I ain't bothered. I ain't bothered about them. Like I like to. It's nice when they do well, but I'm just not bothered.
Fair enough. Should we get on to his top seven?
I'm going to say this is probably where it starts getting interesting here because we've probably all
Well,
got
we've
for
all got the
different
same
stuff.
top seven, haven't we? But it's the order.
Yeah. So, right, who's going first?
You can go first. If
Right, okay.
You see,
I'm
this to
still
the
unsure
one of
about
us.
this, you know.
Put me harsh on me here because I literally flipped a coin for this.
Right, so I've gone and I'm going to go, and the team's going to miss out on the playoffs is Big Sam's Warrington.
Fair enough.
Agree.
Oh, interesting. What were it, heads or tails?
My random number generator told me that Leeds
So
are
what-
going to finish seventh.
Did it actually?
Yeah. No, this was actually randomly generated as well.
Well, you've now got to justify this other than it were randomly generated, so this will be
Wait,
interesting.
what numbers did you randomly generate? What positions?
4 to 7.
4, 7.
So it's
Interesting.
4 teams pretty much.
What? Because you were just unsure.
Well, because I looked at it and I thought it's pretty even. I was like, I don't really want to. Like, I can't write Big Sam off straight away because I don't know what he's doing.
Why is he now called Big like Sam
Because he
Allardyce
is.
is coming at Warrington?
He is Big Sam. He's Sam and he's fucking huge.
Without want to run into him
I
on a
just
dark
thought-
night.
I don't know what it was. I just thought there's 2 stronger ones there and there's 2 weaker ones. Obviously, I probably disagree with that now that something might be happening at Lee. But I just thought
Which we'll touch on the alleged rumours when we get
can't
to
really
Lee.
say out.
Well, I mean, we can say this that it is allegedly rumoured, but there's no, this
We'll
stage
just
there's
say
no truth in
someone's
this.
leaving, possibly. That's it.
Well, we'll get onto it when it's Lee because we'll go in a
I've
bit
seen
more
all
deep.
the Wakey fans banging on about it earlier. Get him signed.
They'd sign anyone, wouldn't they? Down
Is this
there?
going to be like?
Yeah,
Is this going to be like your mate at
That's what they
Rochdale
get
that
up.
tag on?
I'm surprised
Prospect.
Wakey fans will be complaining that we aren't mentioning them in this and saying where would this current Wakey team finish.
I mean, in
Well,
fairness,
11th.
Wakefield
Well,
did.
no, if we say there's 13 teams in the league, then 12, but yeah.
I'm going to say Wakefield did keep Richard Owen on books, so it explains a lot why they'd go for him.
I don't know. Leeds, it was just an easy
you just
choice.
don't have a justification for it.
It's just last season I thought pretty poor. I had a look like obviously it's a bit fresh in it, so I thought I don't know how it's gonna work between the half-backs.
It's an entire new spine,
There's
isn't
only-
it?
there's
Really?
Yeah,
only
that's
one
exactly
issue-
why I've done it. 'Cause
One
I was
issue with
thinking-
me for Leeds, which I'll come on to why they're not high up than where I've got them, is the coach. He's just the unknown nature. But I love Rowan's a bit like.
So this is gonna be interesting.
He turned us round, right? But it was just.
Well, he turned us round. I'm just not sure if it went right way.
That's what I mean. I don't know if he's a quick fix sort of guy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. I also think they'll just be 7th there or thereabout anyway, just because I don't know how the half-backs are going to work together, because we've not really seen out.
They've had
We
one
haven't seen much
pre-season
of
game
Frawley, have
together
we?
against KR.
No.
But for all, he's played more than Croft.
Yeah, but I'm saying
He played
in
well on
terms of
Boxing Day, but other than that, obviously I've not seen
recent-
him.
like Croft, he's just played last year. I mean,
In Super League.
Yeah.
It's a valid point because Frawley's time at Huddersfield was underwhelming to say the least. But then obviously he's played a bit part role at Canberra, working alongside much better
I'm
players.
also not sure about Lockie Miller. Just don't think he's because
I think he's going to be a fan favourite. He's going to probably score
Nah,
like 15 tries,
yeah,
but he'll
but the
probably be
thing is-
defensively at fault for about the same number.
Every month I see that one NRL clip come up, that one where there's a player running towards line and he's just run back, just got out of the way. Like, I mean, do you not know which clip I mean?
I know
I've
exactly
seen
which
it.
you
Yeah.
mean, and this
You
is why I
just sort of
say
just let him run over.
this is why I say I think he'll be as defensively responsible for as many conceding as he scores.
It's just like he lost his bearings.
But does it matter as much in Super League as it did in NRL defensive?
Depends who
Oh,
you're
yeah.
playing.
When you lead.
If you've got blooming McCarney running at you, you probably get away with it a bit more. If you've got Jai Field going through it, then fuck me, you're in trouble.
Trouble.
Yeah, but
yeah.
no one's stopping Jai Field. Don't think Jai Field could stop Jai Field. Who's best
Bevan
defensive?
French could probably stop him.
Who's best defensive fullback in
Not Wellsby.
It probably was Tompkins, you know.
Oh,
Probably.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
I don't even think
No,
that's.
Is it Morg now? Do you reckon he's passed it on, his wisdom?
I don't know.
I quite
know.
like Morg. I mean, we'll
I
get on
think
this in
it's
Catalan.
like replacing a Lamborghini with a Ferrari, so it's like.
What? Tompkins and Morg?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's unreal, is Morg.
Right,
I'll
come
leave
on.
that till we get on to
Why are
Catalan.
you fucking necking here, right? Not being funny. You would take him in a heartbeat.
What, Morg?
Yeah.
You would,
In
yeah.
your squad, you are.
Over Miller?
Yeah, he's fucking gash. Well, he's not gash. But he's
Morg's
not
unreal, mate.
I don't.
Arthur Morg for Man of Steel, eh? Who says no?
Me?
Of course you do, you game.
Bernie Craft.
Nah, I don't think Croft will get it either.
To be fair, Paul McShane won it. Anyone can
Yeah.
win
I,
it.
I think both of them have the same problem. They're in a team that's got too many standout players. They've not just got one.
Interesting,
individual
because
around
I've got
them.
my pick and I'm very
Well, we're
confident.
doing Man of Steel afterwards.
I
We're not
know.
even into bloody
Right,
playoffs
right,
yet.
Right. So who have
Well,
we
I'm
got?
conscious we've been going for probably about 40 minutes at this point. We're not
I
even
think we
into
have.
playoffs.
Who-
So
who-
So we've got Warrington.
Yeah,
Missing out.
We haven't even
I've got
spoke about
Leeds.
Warrington, have we?
No, so that's what I mean. We need to get on to Warrington yet.
I just think one of this and the next two in mind had to miss out, and honestly, it would give me an headache.
I'll be honest.
That's why I ran the
I'll tell you what.
generated.
You see, I chose something different to base this on, and I saw they were shit against Lee.
Yeah.
Warrington.
Yeah.
I didn't even realise they played League, to be honest.
Well, I mean, they didn't play. They didn't do much actual
Well,
play.
it were Philbin testimonial, wasn't it?
Yeah, which poor Philbin
They
probably
still got
deserved it.
Philbin?
Yeah,
No, he's been around forever, him.
that's why he's got a
Sumo,
testimonial.
It's like a sumo rip or what for like one game. Or
We had him like a good half a season now. Get on
What,
his
on
wicket.
loan?
Get on his wicket.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously on loan.
Well, yeah, but
You didn't sign him, did you? You check that while we just talk about
in
Warrington.
my opinion, loans don't count because we saw how all out loans went
I
last season
think-
and it just.
Right.
Is Toby King gonna smash it back at Warrington?
I think this is. Do you know that
If he
Good
does,
question.
the
then
lack of Darryl Powell? I think there's things that mean
I
it's
think
going
the
to be
lack of
better.
Darryl Powell is better.
That's what I mean. I think there are things that are going to be better at Warrington.
they've
I
also
just-
brought in some good overseas, like Musgrove, Fitzgibbon could be unreal.
But again, it's
they could not
gamble.
be.
Asatazi should have been unreal, and he was
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, but the thing is, sometimes
Waterhouse
people
should have been unreal, and he wasn't that great.
not being funny. Burgess has lived in Australia for a lot of years. If there's anything I think he's good at, it's gambling.
Well, I thought you were going to say picking over
No,
good
no.
NRL
I
players.
thought you were going to say drugs or something. Then.
But they've also got like.
That's like
I'm
saying
a-
he's not.
Yeah, he played 5 games for us.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. We've moved on for Philbin now.
But they've got Philbin.
Yeah.
Good player.
They've still got your
The sumo
classic.
wrestler.
I like a Matty Nicholson. We both like a
Oh,
Matty
yeah, he's a good
Nicholson
player,
sort of
isn't
player. They've
Yeah.
still got like a Ashton. They've got.
I think this is
Hewlett,
half the other problem. Though. It's
Matty
a very
Russell.
young squad, and if they start to lose their heads,
They've
I
not
don't
got
know if
Greg
Burgess
Meakin,
has got
that's
that
good.
experience to turn them round. I mean, that back
Will it-
line, what should you probably say? You've got Ashton in there, you've got Wrench on periphery, you've got
won't
King in
Do you
there.
know what?
It'll be King and Rashford centres with
Yeah.
Hewlett and Ashton on.
Yeah, Thewlis is another one.
And
That's
they've got
incredibly
Dufty
young.
still. We haven't mentioned Dufty.
Yeah, but I think he's shit.
I don't think he's great.
Is Dufty better than Lockie Miller?
I don't know.
Just
I
say
think
yeah.
they're-
No.
Piss him off.
Nah, do you know what the thing is? I think they're pretty even.
Do you know what? Do you know the only reason I'm going to disagree with that? Leeds Warrington last year when they were clean through to Scott winning try and he fucking dropped it.
I
Yeah,
like
but
Dufty,
a lot of
to be
things.
fair.
Yeah, not being funny.
I remember watching Dufty break through in NRL for St George, and I was like, this,
He's
he's
gonna be
unreal.
an-
But obviously,
yeah.
he's fallen off a bit.
Well, this is the
since then.
thing, like, if
I'm
you
not
give him
having
a bit half a yard, he can do a hell of a lot with ball. But the problem is, again,
He don't get it 'cause he
defensively,
can't
he's a
find
pudding.
it.
Yeah, but we've just discovered that there's no good defensive fullbacks in Super League.
Yeah, but even if you rank, if you rank all the Super League thoughts on defensive ability, Dufty's still like 10th.
Lockie
I
Miller's
just
up.
don't.
No, it's about 9th.
Between him and Miller, I just.
Anyway, that's
I
by the
couldn't
by.
pick
Anyway,
between
I
the
still
two.
think it's a. And then I
No,
don't
exactly.
mind
If
Williams.
Miller's a weakness for Leeds, then by the same logic, Dufty's a weakness
Yeah.
for Warrington.
Yeah, but it's trash versus garbage, isn't it? You can't. It's not great.
What about you got Williams and Drinkwater in halves? I'm literally giving reasons why I think
George
should be
Williams,
playoffs
who
here.
turns up for England, and that's about it.
Williams
Nah,
is good.
that's harsh, is that?
Williams is really.
Drinkwater,
Williams
who,
is good.
Three
but
elite
plays around him
hookers.
and not is usually the problem.
Drinkwater, who has been very hit and miss the last couple of seasons, and I don't think he's ever replicated his Catalan form. 3 hookers where only one of them's good enough to actually be starting top level Super League.
Two of them.
Which one's that? Nah, do you know what?
There's, the fact you have to
Walker.
obviously.
Obviously.
Walker and Powell.
That's a-
I don't know what have you got against Powell here? What has he done?
I'm gonna say it. He's unreal.
He's brilliant. I don't think
I
he's
just-
that bad. I think
I
he's quite
don't.
good.
I don't think he's that special.
Is he better than Ackers? We're just gonna. I'm just
Well,
gonna
No,
play.
obviously
No,
not.
I don't think either of the two are better
No.
than Ackers because I think Ackers is absolutely brilliant, but I don't think he's bad. Like, I think he would do.
No, I think Walker's better than Ackers.
The thing, Powell's.
Nah.
Oh.
I mean, fucking what's he called? Fix it, doesn't he?
I'm gonna say-
His name's got out my head now.
What, you mean the England coach?
Sean Wayne, yeah.
Well, that's
Sean-
worse than me forgetting Danny
Well, no,
Walker's
I
last
remembered
name.
it eventually. Sean Wayne.
Well, I'd have got
Yeah,
there eventually. I just
no,
want to talk Danny Turner, and I don't even know who that bloke is.
To be honest, right, Sean Wayne, he's had some weird picks for the England squad.
Well, he went-
This
Well,
isn't the
right,
England squad
I
review,
know,
for
I know,
fuck's sake.
I know, but it's just he does weird things, and I don't know what he's trying to
Basically,
do.
right, my main thing with Warrington is I don't think Burgess will be good.
I don't think Burgess is
Because
gonna,
I think he's got one eye on going back home. Back home. I know this is his home, but going back to Oz.
I don't think Burgess has got necessarily the
I just think
credentials
he's,
to hit it out of the park straight away. I think the squad's still a bit too young that if they lose their head, they'll struggle to pick back up, especially with his lack of
Oh,
experience.
they've got Vaughan and stuff. That's a great pack as well. I'm talking myself out of it. This
not,
team is
yeah,
a good team.
I can't. Yeah, have you not seen their forwards?
No, I did bloody review it.
The only problem I've got with him is I just can't do with Stephen Ratchford anymore. He should not be. He should not be anywhere near that squad.
Right,
No,
well,
I
if
don't
we
mind
talked Warrington to death here,
Oh,
shall we jump into the top six now?
Top
and see
six
who does
playoffs. Playoffs.
it? Right.
Can I also say that I just think Burgess, right? I don't think he's going to be around for long anyway. I think he's just.
That's
gonna,
why he's already got one iron going back.
Yeah, I just think he's going to be there to do the harsh things and get rid of the wrong people, pretty much.
Maybe, yeah.
But I also think there's a problem at the top, so we won't be able to do all that.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, the fact that we're not even saying it's their year says a lot about how far they've fallen.
Yeah. I do feel bad now, though.
Yeah.
But I think
I don't.
I just think we Warrington something could always just go to shit.
Speaking of...
Sixth.
Wire.
I think I want to
You
change
got
who
one,
I've
then.
I've got
got.
Wire. It's pretty much all the same, really.
Yeah.
Who have you got? I put K, but I want to change on the fly.
Why?
Who took Catalans?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So you can tell this is my fifth and sixth already, and I'm debating which way
That's
around
my.
they go.
I'm not gonna lie. That's my fifth and sixth.
What, you've got
So we
Catalan
both
fifth?
put...
Catalan's
Yeah, why,
fifth.
if you-
Okay.
We might as well do these two together. Who you've got fifth? I assume you've got Lee.
Lee.
So I guess we'll just briefly touch on those three teams. I think KR... I think it's still a solid squad at KR. I think...
Yeah.
I'd arguably say they... Did they overperform slightly last year? Maybe.
No.
I think Peters is a great coach. They'll
Yeah, I
drag him
think
back
that's
there.
the big thing for them.
I think the problem for me, I think it's what's retired. I think more than anything, I think they'll miss Kenny Dowell massively.
And Lynette.
I don't
Yeah.
think Burgess is going to really contribute too much to that team. And I just think, I don't know. I saw it, obviously I watched. It's
he'll do
hard
what
to
he
read
has to
into
do.
a pre-season game, but I think looking at his time at Lee and his performance against Leeds, what the hell happened to Gildart? Because he just looked crap. I don't know if it's settling in or what, but he just...
Yeah, but
He passed it into touch for, or onto Ryan Hall's foot about 4 times.
Will he? I mean, I'm trying to think on fly in my head about their squad numbers and stuff.
This is an interesting one as
Hickey
well,
could
because I
play
was going to
centre,
say
couldn't he?
this.
Yeah. Because opposite will definitely play.
Hickey's got number 1, who you'd argue is a
He's good,
centre, but they've got us their number 2 and suggesting starting wing at Nye Levels.
But then if they've got Burgess,
who has always been a fullback,
No, but he's
so
played
why
wing,
have
he
you
has
given
played
him...
wing.
Yeah, but no, he's not known for being a winger.
He's known recently.
It's like saying Greg Eden's played 1, it doesn't mean he's very good at it.
Evolds did play wing when he first burst on that scene.
Yeah, but so did Hardick, I won't put him back there now.
No, but you know what I'm saying is I could easily see Evolds being fullback and then Burgess and Hall on the wings with Opposite and Hickey in centres. And then you've got May, May and Lewis, which is an unreal half-back combination, by the way.
Tyrone May will flop at KR is my wildcard prediction for 24.
Yeah,
Mikey Lewis is arguably best half in league.
Mikey Lewis is arguably the best number 7 in the league, but I don't think he's got a creative number 6 who pairs well with him.
You know, the fact that he wasn't meant to play in that cup semi-final is absolutely mental now that you look at how he performed at Lewis.
There's a lot you could say. Even
he was the best player on pitch that game. It
Yeah,
was bonkers.
I think if you look at, I mean, again, we're doing a lot of ranking Super League best positions here, but if you're talking number 7s, it is quite clearly between Lewis and Smith, which is quite exciting for England, to be fair.
Well, yeah, I'd play him to get. I mean, you've got Williams, aren't you, to get in there? But
yeah,
I mean, we saw that. We found this, didn't we, in autumn with games against Tonga. But yeah, I think KR's fine. I think they'll get playoffs. I think it'll be tight, but I think they've just got enough. And I
think Kenny Dowell's the big loss there, because I'll be honest, he does a job, but I don't think Opicic is quite at that level.
Disagree.
I really like him. I think he's defensive. I think defensive. He's
I
a sort of
think
player.
You telling me you won't have him?
No, I'll tell you what I'm going to say now, because I think that's kind of the problem here. Opicic is great defensively, whereas Gildart's a bit shoddy.
So
Gildart's got more going forward, whereas Opicic is a bit wooden in
you
attack.
telling me that you've got lead?
You've got a weak edge on both sides there.
I'm not having this.
Well, you'll find out, won't you?
I'm not having this.
Right, so who did, and then who's our them?
And we've both got Catalans there, whereas you've got Lee.
Yeah, well, it's just laying it.
Brilliant, thank you.
It's literally the same as last season, just
without
I
somebody.
I don't see much changing. Even if he goes, I just think it's.
But how good's it, Pape? Is it Pape best hooker in league?
No.
What would you say is?
If it's not,
Danny Walker.
7th place in his.
Are you trying to repeat?
I love Danny Walker, by the way.
No, Darren Clark is definitely better.
I'm going to say. If
The
you
fact,
say
unlike
Clark,
your KR thing, I can actually say it with a straight face to
Right,
the point you believe
I'm
it.
going to say, what on earth was that about?
I tell you
Are
what,
trying to be Peter Kay
a
here or
rogue
what?
shout, a rogue shout for the best duck in league.
Go on.
Dean Parata.
Right.
Oh, well,
The thing is, at least you believed mine.
yeah, that's
No, Clark I think is the best. I think...
Leeming potentially, to be honest.
No, Lehman's not.
You don't know what you're going to get from Leeming, though. Don't just be bitter.
My dad.
I'm not being bitter, I just genuinely think... I don't think his distribution is, again...
No, that's what I just
I don't think
think.
your entire
I think
distribution's gone.
Ipape can
Potentially.
win you a game single-handed.
I think Ipape is definitely top 3.
Yeah, he's mental.
I'd say it's probably Clark, Ipape, and then... Probably Ackers.
McIlaurin.
Not 5 years ago, yeah, not now.
Have they still got
You
that
saw at
bloke
World
that,
Cup what happened against Samoa when that was.
No, I wasn't saying he should be. I could tell you'd forgotten about it.
No, I hadn't. I deliberately didn't leave him there, and that might be partly that's
Fair
probably
enough.
part of the reason I've got
Remember when he walked
Dragons
out,
where they are.
walked out on pitch at Catalan with his dogs?
I don't.
Do you remember when Catalan walked out onto the pitch with a fucking bull in the middle of
Yeah,
Warren
they've
when
done some
team were
weird
wearing
things over
red?
here.
That
So-
were all to get some IMG points, I think, that because he got them on like big news, didn't it?
It got social media
Oh, it
clicks.
was
I'll give him that.
very good viewing. I don't know what happened, but for some reason there was just one
By that
day where
logic,
he walked onto pitch with both.
I'll
of his
tell you what we
Jack
need to do
Russells.
then. That's what it's all about. It just needs to be Leeds posting Lackey Miller's defensive clips, and then
Yeah,
we'll get the
maybe,
engagement.
maybe so, yeah. So what are we saying about Catalans then?
I think it's too much upheaval to do it yet again.
I think they've lost a lot of good stuff. I mean, they've lost Tompkins, who's retired, and then they've lost Kefrin, which, or however you say it, Kieran Kefrin.
Yeah, I know.
The guy who you debated nearly spending £3 on Vunu.
He's the best. Yeah, he's the
Good
best
player.
Best centre in Super League, and we're going on every position. We're doing this for every position nowadays.
Disagree.
If he says Harry Newman,
No, Harry Newman's nowhere
You
near.
don't like him.
who is it then? It's either him
You've
or
just called
King.
all the rest of the centre shit as well. I don't even know.
No, I haven't. There's a few I genuinely rate.
Zach Hardacre.
Well, I'll be on about in Super League next year.
What am I going to?
I just think Catalans.
I'd say
have
King's better. I think if Kieran
Toby
didn't
King,
kick,
right, fair enough.
then
Yeah,
it'd be,
I know. I think
it'd be average.
I still think he's quite.
But him and
I think
Wardle
they're
is the
both
best
good.
part.
I think Wardle's better than Kieran as well.
Ooh.
I think
It's a
Wardle's the stronger centre out of the
It's a bit-
two.
ooh.
I think they're both good though.
I think they're both good, but
I'm a man, of course,
I don't
yeah.
think Kieran is that special. I don't think Catalan are going to miss him
So
like
they
you
will.
reckon. I think they'll just miss his
They will.
kicking.
Yeah, because I think the replacements in there, like Morg. I love Morg, but he's not Tompkins, and I think there's a lot of
But he
it's
is
transitional year.
I'll tell you what.
Morg is good.
This
very
this
good.
probably says it all. Wigan's best player in the grand final was Adam Kieran when he was playing it for the
I
opposition.
thought Liam Marshall were great.
I mean, he went by Kieran nearly getting himself binned down. Then he
they
got
were-
binned and then
that-
nearly got sent
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
That has got to be the worst grand final ever, by the way.
Yeah,
It wasn't great. I
I
actually.
don't know that
I-
St Salford one over here were a bit shit.
Yeah, but at least there were points.
And also, Salford
Yeah.
did actually. It was kind of a nice moment for them to get there.
Wait, what for?
They packed it out.
Catalan got there other
This
year
year,
and
I
blew
know,
it when
but-
they were a much better team.
This year, it was just like.
But yeah, I think fifth for Catalans because I think they potentially be to seventh, but that home advantage in playing in France, it is a thing.
I think.
Like, don't tell me it's
I
not.
think that and KR for fifth and sixth is the closer battle. Because I could see if Catalan have one injury in the wrong place, I can see KR jumping them without any problem.
Definitely.
And like again, like you were saying about Leeds, it's basically a whole new spine at Catalan.
Yeah,
This-
well, no, apart from McIlaurin and stuff, yeah.
And also, your big men have changed.
You know who's actually unreal? Mike McMeekin. How good?
I love McMeekin.
Oh my god!
I'll tell you what I
He's a
do
good
think they're
player,
going to
he's very
do. Though.
good.
I think they're going to
He's
really
brought
miss
now,
Whitley.
I don't know.
He's number 8. He's got. He
Oh,
literally brought
Jesus.
him.
Yeah,
Like-
Whitley's going to be a massive loss, and I'm not convinced by Chris Satai yet.
But they have got best goal kicker in the world. CSCO, you know him, man.
Yeah,
He's not even going
yeah,
to
but
kick
the
him up
problem
for it.
is,
He's not fit.
this is the problem. He's played 3 games or something
Oh.
stupid since they signed him.
Oh.
He's not as good as Kevin De Gama though on that, is he?
No,
Or Callum Watkins on T.
Oh my god.
Another
The-
reason
the
why
only
Salford
thing
will
I can
finish
ever
8th, by the
remember
way.
about, Watkins is when we beat you in Cup, he came out and did that apology video like the day after.
Do you
And
know
his-
what?
his
Callum
face-
Watkins was a
he
great
couldn't
player
even
until
wrestle.
Leeds made him captain. I
He did all right
argue.
down under. He didn't do terrible, did
It's
he?
quite
Could
a
have done worse.
typical thing with you and captains, isn't it? Something always goes wrong.
What, like the fuck off home? I think, to be honest, that just bit of bad form, bad injury, weight at captain on his shoulders. I think it destroyed Watkins' head at Leeds.
Yeah, potential.
I think that was a
You could already
downfall.
lost it with
Right,
that.
so what we said, so that's fifth.
What? By the way, I
Four.
was going to ask: have Lee still got that bloke that went on some rampage last year who just decided to injure?
Amon, yeah, Tom Amon.
Tom Amon.
It's arguably the best. He needs a captain.
And I think,
Scary bloke him.
and with the
Fucking
segue
hell.
and a half, I think he's going to be one of the key players as Lee finished 4th this season.
That's
Right,
where
fair
we've got the same top 7 here. We definitely have.
I think we've got the same
Yeah, 'cause
rest to
I've got-
come.
So
yeah.
you've got Leeds third, both of you. What? Hang on.
Well, you'll find out,
You-
won't you?
you
Get
You
over
are
your form.
fucking off your mind, you.
Well, if he's got Sim, don't have a go at me. I've
No.
I've
Yeah, you
got bias
need to-
on my side. Is he worse?
Matt Moylan apparently against in that game, he's going to be sick. Matt
You
Moylan.
need to rethink your choice.
I think Moylan and Lamb is dangerous.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
as a combined pairing, that is probably one of the best in the entire division.
Aging wingers, but also two wingers who know the way to the try line.
I agree. But
Charnley and Briscoe.
But of course, they are. This is where the allegedly comes in.
Yeah.
As to, if rumour is to be believed, Hardacre may not be there for the season. After, let's brush it lightly
Let's
and
not
say
say
a
anything.
potential other police incident that is being reported around certain social media. Now,
people think
obviously,
we've seen. We
They
don't-
may be
obviously,
knocking-
no one knows what.
there could be
Derek
absolutely
thinks.
nothing in this. And also, we don't know to what extent this is a police matter, if there is something there, to whether or not he
Well,
will
to
be
be fair,
even...
he's still replying to tweets and stuff, so we can't be like.
Well, he ain't in strange ways, so that's a good start.
Friday,
Well,
won't
the
we?
thing is, though, I think also Derek, we know what he's like. He's very set in his ways. If he's spending money.
Well, if all that
he
rumours are
wants
true,
it to
Derek
go.
will just be
He'll
like,
probably
here's your
get rid of
Lambo.
him if it is the case.
Do you not think
Yeah.
I might give him leopard print Lambo to get a bit more publicity for the club next time?
To be fair, if I could afford a Lambo, I'd be doing dumb shit like that as well.
I don't think I'd want it leopard print though, Jesus.
I've got OKR fourth. That's all I've got to say, really.
I think that's quite lofty for KR, actually.
I've seen people putting them that high up though. I think they've got some. What they've got is
Class.
a good coach and a good. I'm not
They've
saying
got a
that,
good
like,
coach.
Lamb's good at League as a coach. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that.
Also, I really
I think
like
KR's biggest problem is that I
about
don't think May will succeed. I think that could be one of the signs you look back on and say, actually, they've downgraded.
Yeah. Do you just like them because they've got half of our old team?
No, I just think they.
AJ Wallace in back row.
Oh, he's not even going to play for them though, is he? He's just
No,
over
he
Fev all
play
year.
at Fev, yeah. Him in
Well-
England in back row, like watching Bulls last year at Fev, wasn't it?
Yeah, they'll just not go to the right fucking dressing room when we play them.
Well, we're doing them this year anyway. That's bad. But that's
Exactly. Get
Save that for the championship preview, guys. Are we on to third then?
Well, yeah, because I think for Lee,
We've
I
kinda
just
said
think that
everything
team's
there is
amazing.
to say.
I think that
Mind
team's.
your neck in with this one, by the way, about third. I'm not having this.
You act like it's only me that's
you
put
are
them
off your
there.
mind.
Why? What? Who have we got first?
We've got
You-
Leeds
you've
third,
both
haven't
got
we?
Leeds.
No, I ain't got Leeds.
You are taking the fucking piss. Who have you got?
Wigan.
Nah, man's
I don't
playing.
buy it.
No, I'm joking. I've got Leeds.
If you'd have said Saints, we might have half the league, but you picked the wrong one again. So you've
Nah, I've
got
got
Lee
Leeds.
in third.
What?
Oh no,
he's
you
already
said
said
Lee,
Fifth,
hadn't
you
you?
fucking
You've
talking.
got Thingy in third, haven't you?
Catalan.
Frenchies, yeah.
For any reason in particular, or
It's like
how much does
McNamara.
Matt Namara's class as
I
well?
just really like him.
He's improved since he left England job.
And
Improve.
Bradford.
Everyone does that, to be fair.
So we
Well,
skip past
Smith-
that one.
Rowan
'cause I feel
Smith
like feel like we talked.
Well, if he gets third this year, I'd
Well,
argue he probably has.
What?
No, you said that every manager does work better when they've left Bradford, and I said, well, Rowan Smith.
Hey, he made a grand final, he just
ain't
did
getting-
shit in the follow-up
he
season.
ain't getting third. You can.
I think he is. I think that team's unreal.
You are on
That
drugs.
Leeds team
Right.
on paper is unreal.
Am I going to do the Leeds bigging up here?
I'm bigging them up for you here.
You
Look
need
at this.
to stop.
I think the only worry is I think the back's amazing. Apart from Lockie Miller, I'm only joking by the way. Lockie Miller is good, but
I think in Super League he'll do really well because he's got a bit of attacking flair about him.
my worry is that some of you've got very young props, inexperienced. He's Goodamond, Sangar. Obviously, Holroyd and Eledski are amazing, but they're still young. You got that. It's
Holroyd
how can-
definitely is.
How can
Holroyd
that? How
is
can
class.
that be managed? That's
quality.
boxing knocked out. That
Absolutely
one game
brilliant.
He played for us, he got a red card.
I think, you see, I've got problems.
flying
I've got
elbows
problems
like
with the
Ryan
Leeds squad, but I don't necessarily the same ones you've pulled out.
It depends
So-
on how good. Is Momirovsky going to be good?
Well, this is what I was just going to say. Momirovsky has not had a pre-season.
Yeah. Well, he seems every time someone says, why has he not come over?
I'm going to get onto him in a second,
Right,
but
sorry.
He's too raw, that's what he'll say.
I was going to say
He's just not that.
the problem with Sangare is for a man of his size, he always seems to try and change direction and lose all his pace when he hits the line. And the problem is he again gets turned around too easily. So when he's trying to play the ball, he's on his back. If he could just go forward with the pace, because a man that side will fucking move you if he hits you.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about him. He just
Going forward, be on your front so he can actually get up to play the ball, and it'd be a blooming good
It's a weird
prop to
one.
bring off the bench.
I sometimes just don't
But
think
he's
he
just
runs
not
hard as he
direct
can do.
enough
that's
anymore.
About what I think.
Like, whereas I think I'm going on the championship, but like, I think we've got like Dora and Stu,
Yeah.
are like the exact, they're amazing at that.
Yeah, but I think it's also, I don't know what it is about them. I think they're just weird, like they're mental. I don't know what it is.
But is that because they're in championship and I think it's
Yeah, it's all
Maybe.
different. Isn't it?
It's a bit different running at Paul Vaughan compared to
No,
Brad
no,
England.
but even Doro, I think for
they
some
just
reason.
run like mad lines.
Yeah.
Like
They'd
weird
go-
lines.
they'd just
No,
go-
yeah. Like for some reason, Doro at points just runs across the line. Like when he were doing it at Dewsbury the other week,
Yeah.
it was just fucking. He's weird. I don't
Yeah,
know
but
what
the
it
problem is he's trying to
He's-
step around the 43-year-old Paul Sykes in middle, innit?
Yeah, but he's just.
I mean, fair play to him still playing, in fairness. I mean, we take the piss, but
I don't know how he hasn't been braid because he's just like. There's something about him. It's just.
we've got
Paul
distracted
Sykes,
again.
No, Doro.
We've got distracted again, guys.
What do you think of Lizone then? That was my next question because I don't know. I think he's
Quality.
he's quite.
I'm not
good.
doing his chant.
I think he's a bit chubby.
I don't think
if
I want
he lost weight.
He's
it'd be
good.
better.
He's a decent.
You want a bit of
prop, yeah.
BAMS?
Wait, I'm not sure about that one.
Is he better
Well,
than
you and
Frankie
Jowett
Pele?
No.
Yeah.
You think Pele's better than him?
Of course I don't. Of course he's better than Pele.
I don't think Pele's going to do.
I don't think Pele's... No, I don't think he'll set the league alight at least.
That's my man of steel, don't you?
What a player.
I think, like I said, the other problems I've got in this league,
Keep
squad just
Smith fit.
quickly. Not even Smith, to be honest. I think there's more problems than that. I mean, we do need to keep Smith fit, but
What about Cam Smith?
there's a few players I'm worried about here.
Who? Oh, what Newman?
Well,
That's got to be one of them.
that's got to be one of them, yes.
Newman with
If
his
Harry
head screwed
Newman,
on
with
like
his
for
new
England.
contract, who's now stopped trying to overplay things with a bit of luck and remembers he's signed for Leeds Rhinos, not Harry Newman Rugby Club,
He's a bit.
he'll probably do all right.
I just. There's some things about him that do me. I didn't like.
But we're yet to see this player that's knuckled down and putting the team first. If we find it, it'll be fantastic. If we don't, could be trouble. We've got this winger on that side because you've got a brilliant fuzzy tour who'll play 6 games, and then you're stuck with.
Man is
Alfred's
made
or
of
Roberts?
biscuit.
Then if we're going down that road, you've got. Well, I mean, I won't play either, to be honest. But on squad number wise, you've got Daryl or Louis Roberts. Now, what I'd be doing straight away is, to be quite honest, I'd probably shove Harry
Shit
on wing and
Roberts
put
off.
young Jack Smith in because he looks 10 times the player that both them do.
Yeah, but Louis Roberts is a centre, isn't he? So he'd be playing centre then in that case.
Oh, good point. Yes, Louis Roberts is a centre. Louis Roberts is a centre shoehorned at wing, which is ironic because when we played Ulkayad, he was outshone at centre by 17-year-old Jack Smith.
Ooh, and they're going to be watching this.
Which
I hope you
They
know
haven't
that.
got this far. now.
and the fact is that
We'll
line
see
looks
that
better
now.
when we replaced Robertson Alferts with young. Is it
Yeah, but
Ned
the
or
thing is they can always
Fergus
just
McCormack? It's one of them, and Smith.
I think they're both good then, brothers. Though.
They're both
Alright.
they both look good. I just can't remember which one's the winger now. Is it Ned?
Yeah.
I'm going to say I think it's Ned. But if it's Fergus, sorry, I've got you confused with your brother. Yeah, and also another worry, Morgan Gannon with another head injury. I'm getting rather concerned at the frequency of these concussions, and it's giving me Stevie Ward flashbacks, and I'm really quite
Well,
worried.
he's trying to sue you now, isn't he?
Probably. On a genuine
That's
well-being point of view, Morgan, I'm a
Fair
bit
enough.
worried for you. Like, please don't end up like that.
Do you think the rushed? I mean, he was too good to not be playing first team, but like, how old is he now? 19?
20, I think.
20 now. But he's been playing since he was like 17, hasn't he?
Yeah.
In first team.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know if
What
it's
can we
rushing
do?
him or just a bit of...
Who
Bad
would
luck,
you
I
be
don't know.
starting in back row for you, by the way? Everyone fit. Martin and Bentley or Martin and Lizzoni in back row. Yeah, but
Get in there.
Lizzoni at front row, jeez.
No, I reckon
Probably
McDonald.
Martin and Bentley, and then you probably want McDonald on bench, and in an ideal world you probably want Morgan, but if he's not
shit, I
fit,
forgot you
I'd
had
go probably Goodham on. Because I think he will be a really underrated signing.
Do you not think he'll play properly?
I think he can do either way. Well,
No,
to be honest, that's why he's probably a really good bench option.
Utility.
Yeah.
Precisely.
There's your
I
You've
don't-
got,
like
you've got your
Goodham on.
French connection on bench, because you can probably put there Sangare, Goodham on Lizone.
and they'll just all scream French words at each other.
Well,
And do you
Lizone
need-
he's not French.
Yeah, but then you have got like your Donald.
He can try, but he can be like multilingual.
You can say bonjour.
Yeah, so you've got 4 cracking options
And
there.
then you got like Donaldson, who's
You-
a decent option.
who I think realistically
O'Connor.
is squad option.
Get him back.
See, O'Connor will 100% be on that bench because he'll interchange the hooker role with Ackers. And
Ackers
actually,
is an 80-minute hooker.
yeah, but I don't think you play
Did
him
you
as
know
that
that
because
he-
O'Connor is fantastic.
Did you
I
know?
know O'Connor can play loose, so you probably don't need an extra.
And I would say O'Connor is in top 10 hookers in the comp.
Did you know that he is Terry's son?
Yes.
I don't agree with
They're
that.
never mentioned.
I think
You
O'Connor-
don't agree with the fact that he's
O'Con-
Terry's son?
No.
There's a DNA test for that one, mate.
No, I don't agree that he's top 10 hookers in the league.
I don't know. I couldn't name 10 that are better than him because I ain't got a
Clark.
clue there.
Walker.
Well, we've already established Clark, Walker, Ackers. Ooh.
Ackers. Who's the one that actually said what best? Epape.
Yeah, it's even you don't remember him, so...
I can't. think-
Litton.
Yeah, 100%.
Powell.
Disagree.
Nah, I think he's
Right,
better.
I hadn't even got through what Wigan ones. Leeman.
Disagree.
Nah,
O'Connor forced him
you
out of
are-
club for a
you are
reason.
honking.
You don't
You
think
are.
Leeman's top 10 hookers, isn't he?
No, I'm saying he's
Oh,
honking.
right.
You are out your mind, you.
O'Neill.
Yeah, potentially.
That's
Maybe that.
not. Wigan
Oh, I thought you were about Jax.
No, Wigan starting hooker.
Yeah.
And I feel. And
You
I
say
guess you
fucking
could.
Parata,
I'm not
I
going to
swear.
say Dwyer or Parata. Parata will start loose for London.
Probably.
McShane.
No.
A few
leave him
years
off.
ago, yes. Now,
McShane
no.
is not even
I mean, I'd
the best
even
hooker
say
at Gas.
Mike Deakin at Huddersfield could be. I don't know how good he's going to be.
Yeah, but we've not seen him yet.
Or
so-
Danny Houghton, I've missed off there. Like, there's.
Fuck me. Gee, he should be dead.
They haven't even got to they've gone from having. They had him, Lovadua, and Dwyer, and how they've just got him. Like, they don't even have a. He's an 80-minute hooker at 40 nowadays. That is mad though, isn't it? That they've
This
lost
is
the
again,
two
like,
replacement hookers.
Danny Houghton, great player. I don't know now if he's still as good. And it's a shame because of how brilliant he was.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel like we've got. Are we on to
We've
the
gone
top
Leeds
two
to
now?
death, aren't we? Second, I think we've probably all got the same. It's Saints.
Saints.
Yeah.
So we've all got Wigan top then.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
Do we have all really to say on this?
Well, I mean, Saints. I think it's a team too good not to be finishing in top 3. I think if they keep a good section of players fit, if Wacker Blake's good, they've got arguably the best player in comp in Wellsby.
Good defensively.
Yeah, that's a worry for him. But he's better than Comrado defensively, so you can't argue with that.
Well, actually, I don't even agree with that. I think they're both defensive liability. I just think Wacker Blake offers
Yeah, but
10
you haven't
times
seen.
the amount go
Oh,
forward.
Wacker Blake, I think he diversifies that. It's something that Saints haven't had in this current.
He gives them that speed
era, yeah.
and that go forward that they don't have. And her role,
Clark's going to be good as well,
Isn't
by the way. Clark, I feel like Clark's almost hitting a second win in his career.
they picked the right man to replace James Rowe.
Yeah, yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
They got that bang on the money.
And
did
even
Saints.
even in you looking at just the team
How
in
did
general.
Warrington let him go, by the way? Because I'm
Money.
sorry, you can put
Money, yeah.
Dwyer and Powell into one player and they don't hold a torch to Darryl Clark.
Yeah, but I think because Warwick almost spoiled riches having Walker and Clark, and do you get rid of Clark and keep Walker, who's going to be good for 10 more years, whereas Clark isn't.
I think, yeah, but
Do you want
It-
to know?
do you not
More-
keep both?
Yeah, but when you're bringing in these big players that they're bringing in, do you from the money, from a monetary standpoint?
You
That's
stop
what you
wasting money on shit like they have.
No, but your players like your Matty Ashtons, they start thinking, well, I need some more money now because I'm not on that. I don't need to be on that small contract.
He'll
that
be
you
on
give me.
more money, yeah, but I mean, I imagine you absorb most of that with what Minikin's just got rid of because he won't come cheap.
No, it won't have done. It won't have been there on cheap. I mean, I don't know what he's on at. You'll probably know what
I
he's
don't
on
know
at
what he's
Feb
on
now.
at 5. I don't.
Not from what,
No,
not when you
no.
consider where his stock were at when he signed for Warrington. He won't have been cheap.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I just can't believe that you've just put Danny Houghton in the top 10 hookers in.
I tell
I'm
you
going
like
to say, you
12,
say
that
my
is-
O'Connor's criminal, but that's...
No, I said like 12. That could be. He was like the 12th one I said.
That is unbelievable. My mate's nickname for him is the Corpse.
I'm more shocked actually that you said Danny Houghton and missed Matt Parcell.
Yeah, but I said Litton, didn't I? I think
I don't know.
from KR.
Well, Litton's definitely, I think, now the better of the two.
But I think
hookers
they have it
all
perfect
round.
because they rotate so well within a game. That's
This is what I
they
think
are.
Ackers and O'Connor will do.
To be fair, about Saints finishing second, I don't think.
I could
there's
see it.
much to say
By the way,
anyway.
I think O'Connor could be top 10 hookers. I don't think that's the worst thing in the world to say. I would just name.
I'm going to
the
say
hookers.
you're not like him who just slags out off. I say.
But
Well,
Saints, I think
nah,
that Saints team is very good.
Yeah, 100%.
I agree with you on everything, apart from the fact that you've got Leeds for like third or whatever it is, because that is absolutely outrageous.
Well, you disagree with us both then.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with him because I think like I
Even though
don't,
it's the
It's
same.
We've all got them in the same place.
yeah,
It's the Bradford.
I don't know what it is.
Can't
Right?
disagree with
The thing is, because I know that me and him, after 15 rounds, when Harry Newman's telling Southstand to fuck off and all that, again, me and him are just going to be sat there smug laughing at you anyway. So it
Yeah, but you
doesn't
don't think I'm going to be smug laughing at us for giving him a bloody new
Also,
contract if he does
I've
that?
got a question
Like,
for you now.
What,
right?
me?
I genuinely think,
All right.
the thing I seriously hope, never mind Croft having one, please to God say we've given him a bloody release clause.
Just to
Croft?
make it easy. If
Oh,
I,
No,
Frawley.
Newman. We didn't even touch on Frawley actually, which
We did.
I think we
yeah.
did. We sort of
Yeah,
did.
We said we
There's,
don't.
there's not been much to say. Really.
So in terms, can we go back to?
What's
Let's just go back to the hookers quickly, right?
oh god.
So Wood, you know what I'm going to say.
Are you going to say one out and get in this
No,
lead?
no.
Oh,
Well, yeah, he would. We know that already.
No,
Would
he wouldn't.
Would top 10 hookers in Super League? Would Mitch Suter be in the top 10 hookers in Super League?
No.
Oh, he's very good.
He's very good.
He's
Man.
very good.
Yeah, but he's not top 10 in Super League. Bear in mind, we've yet to even see him in a league game.
We've seen him in a cup game.
We've seen him in a couple of competitives,
1895
but-
Cup is
He played against fucking Dewsbury.
Yeah.
that's all you
To
need.
be fair, right, I reckon
No
Danny Allen
disrespect-
can play against Dewsbury these days.
No
and not do as
disrespect
much
to
as he did.
Dewsbury, but they aren't exactly Wigan.
Yeah, well, we'll see when we get him in Challenge Cup final. And they'll be winning. What is it when you win?
What, fucking Paul Sykes with bloody
No.
Lance Todd trophy? Is that what you're going to come out
No.
with?
Oh,
No, he's winning Lance
That's
Todd.
That's got to be like the shittiest
After
championship final.
Oldest player of each season to play more than however many games with Paul Sykes trophy.
It's like when they did the championship award and they said like the Man of Steel for the championship was like the Man of Metal award.
Oh God. That's-
wow. Right, yeah. So Wigan. And I think Wigan speak for himself, don't they? Really.
We don't
I'm going to
really-
say
They're
it
better
now.
than they were last year.
Yeah, I agree actually. Yeah.
There's probably, for all
There's
Wigan's
no bad
hype,
spot in their team.
Oh, don't even fucking start this.
I'd argue there's no player in their team
I
that
think
don't walk into
they've got
another
they've
team.
got by far the best and the biggest set of pack in the league.
But the backs are so good as well.
Yeah, well, the
Oh,
starting backs are good. The depth is a bit. You can tell the money's gone in the
no, what?
forwards. The thing is,
Yeah.
if you've got Wigan and the academy system they've got and the way they play,
They've probably got a winger who
they
can step in
don't
and
need to have a household name there.
Not,
Yeah.
That's the difference. I think
I mean,
Junior and Samba's very good.
he is.
Well, he's going to be good
quality.
for Wakey against us, isn't he, all season?
Oh, shut up.
He is, though, isn't he?
As
I-
a SA and Walters,
He'll be on bench.
No, I mean, SA and Ensemble will definitely just play for Wakey all year, and it's
which is
absolutely-
ironic
What
because
about
Nsemba playing in Championship is criminal.
Yeah.
He does. If he's not going to start Super League, he deserves to tell Wigan to fuck off and go somewhere else.
Yeah, but he's not going to do that, is he?
Well, probably
what
him, but
about
he should be
Vagana?
doing.
Wakey.
We're not discussing
Yeah,
fucking
no, but
Wakey.
yeah, but it's the fact he's
Wakefield
done
out
that.
winning grand final.
Not being funny, right? I feel bad for him, for his dad anyway. Because he might fancy living in Bradford for like 15 years or however long he was there. And your son going to play for Wakey.
Well, maybe you should have offered him a contract.
We're skin.
Yeah,
We're
No.
not. We're not. Like,
That's
we're
not.
not
That's not his problem. If you do
I
it,
think
offer him
I
one.
think we've actually got the money. We've got
yeah, we should
most
fucking
money
throw
knocking
it,
about
right?
now because we've the money that we've saved on like getting rid of England and stuff.
Not complaining.
Yeah, well-
Poor bloke. Don't
Q
care.
round 12 when buckets are out again.
Tell you, we're going over. We'll be shopping overseas, baby.
Get Seggy
Well, 'cause
Arrow
you've
back.
brought one
Second
Australian
stint
hooker.
in 2 years.
Hey, I'll tell you
Well,
what.
the one
We've
you're probably
got,
getting back is Batty Area.
we've got multiple
Oh.
quota squad players at the minute. I'll have you know.
I'm aware.
Yeah, that's how good we are.
Yeah.
We just haven't got a good loose forward.
Yeah, we have.
No, we fucking haven't.
Now we'll have to go get.
Batty area back.
That's actually a
I missed
possibility.
that
I think
man
you probably
season,
might well
wouldn't it?
do that.
I missed
end
that
of
man.
Elite One.
Yeah,
I think that
that's
could
an
happen.
actual option he's said as
Yeah,
well on a
good.
bit area that he would come back and do it.
Yeah.
He won real for us.
This
like,
isn't the
defensive
championship
way.
preview. We've gone from Wigan to fucking Bradford signing Batty Area.
Game recognises game. That's what it is.
Wigan and Bradford, basically same club, mate.
Yeah, apart from one didn't become shit.
I'd
I mean, they both ran out of money, but
I'd
you
argue
know.
that Wigan got bailed out of relegation, actually.
Well, they did,
so it
yes.
could have been them, yeah.
But you also did buy licensing for an extra few years. But anyway.
We didn't, because we didn't finish bottom.
No, you didn't, and you
Finished
second
second
from
bottom.
We never really did finish bottom.
We never finished bottom, no.
No.
Anyway, Wigan are unreal, by the way.
I never said you did finish bottom.
And I
Damn
reckon
you.
Sorry.
have we said all we need to say on Wigan? Because we
think
can
so.
transition this into Man of Steel.
Marshall's close.
Which Wigan players
Marsh
will
is
win Man
one
of
of the most
Steel?
underrated wingers in the league.
For your Man of Steel?
No, I said he's one.
Oh, yeah.
There's different conversation going
No,
on here.
no.
Well, you see, I didn't know we were going to do that, so
Well, we've
I've
not-
got fuck all. to be
Well,
honest.
no, you've missed the other thing here. What does the league go into? The playoffs.
Oh, yeah, shit. I forgot how that system works.
So,
to be
we've got
honest.
most of the same. So, we've got
The top two get a week off. don't
third
they?
versus sixth
Yeah.
and fourth versus fifth. So, for us, that's Leeds and Hull KR and Lee and Catalans.
I think grand final. I mean, are we going through every game?
I've done every
Right.
one.
Well, I'm just
I've done a
gonna-
full tree.
I'm
Let me have a look at yours. We'll just
well,
do ours
you,
because
you, have got the same, so you
So
do
I've
yours.
got, so from what I've gone here, I think Leeds will beat KR at Edinburgh, assuming my table is fully right, which it won't be.
That absolutely honks.
Yeah.
Lee will beat Catalan at Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
I think Wigan will beat Lee
Is that what that
at
would
the
be?
D-Dub.
Yeah.
I think
Saints beat
I
you.
think Leeds, now they've found
Oh, here
form,
we go.
will steal
You
the
are
win
a
at
fucking-
Saints.
You are a
He's put Leeds.
you are a man.
I've just seen it. He's put Leeds as grand final winner.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you have. It says GF.
Yeah, Leeds to make grand final, Wigan to be champions.
Alright.
So pipe down.
Dosser.
I'd agree with that.
Put
apart
money
from-
on it.
Saints will beat Leeds in semi-final.
Is that the only thing you'd say?
It'll be
that was
Wigan
different?
Saints final this
Right.
year. Yeah.
I think Leeds will get
And
back,
Wigan
but I
win
think
it.
they'll get. I don't think they'll stand much chance against Wigan without serious bit of fortune on the side.
If you got to grand final and played Wigan, I reckon you could get done by 40. That's how bad your squad is.
If we got to grand final and got done by
Well, it's
40
not
by
bad, but
Wigan,
it's
do you know
fucking
what?
good.
It'd be fucking better than last year.
Well,
Right.
yeah.
Anyway, so what is it? Third, sixth.
So right.
Catalan beat Wire. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. KR beat Lee. There you go.
So
And
then
then
who we?
Cool, you got
so
rest
then
What's the
it'll
other
be-
two?
So it'll be Wigan against KR and Saints against Catalan.
yeah. Wigan beat. So it's pretty much exactly what happened this year, innit?
What, Wigan
Well,
beat
Wigan
KR,
play-
Saints
Wigan
beat
play
Catalan.
KR.
Saints play Catalan.
Yeah. The only difference is Saints probably beat Catalan, to be honest, and then Wigan Saints final. Wigan will win it.
So we've all got Wigan to go all the way anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Cup? We doing that or?
No, because we don't know what the draw's going to
Well,
be.
obviously we're going to do double, aren't we? At Wembley on same
Exactly.
day. Same day.
Same
double.
day, just a few hours apart.
They'll have to readjust it just for us all.
So, Man of Steel.
Imagine Suter playing 160 minutes in one day and getting both. Both.
No, in our look, we put Flanagan on for 5 minutes and he gets sent off.
So Man of Steel.
Don't know why he looked at me. I ain't got what to say. I don't
You've
know.
got one that's prepped this, so go on.
What have you not got a Man of Steel?
No.
I think Harry Smith.
It's a good
I know
shout.
what sort of player they like to pick for it, and I think he fits that bill.
I think Wigan have too many star players.
But I think Wigan's star thing is the pack, and I think a halfback working off of a good pack.
French, Field.
But you said their big thing is the pack.
Yeah,
I
that's
know
just
they're the
two.
star players.
I think they've spent the money on the pack, and that's where they really dominate everyone else in the league.
French won it last
But
year.
you've
Is not
got-
going to win it again. Field, I just can't see
But that's
winning it,
not
even
the
though
point,
I
though,
love
is it?
Field.
It's how many It's those players that are just gonna, even if it's once every 3 or 4 games, have a blinder and outscore everyone else. They'll get the points for that game week.
But I can see Smith just getting like 2 points every week on it. Do you see what I mean? Because he's Mr. Consistent. When they play,
Yeah,
he
but I
just
could
does
see
a
him
lot.
consistently being the 4th best player on the pitch.
Maybe, yeah.
And
Maybe,
whilst
maybe.
he'll have a fantastic season, I don't necessarily think that'll translate into Man of Steel
But then
points.
do you go for a player like Wellesby because he's easily the best player for Saints?
No, because I think Saints have got the same problem.
What
They
problem?
don't.
Wacker Blake could go and score 4 in a game and pick up the points quite easily.
Yeah, but he's not going to do that every game, is he? Wellesby's going
Well,
to be
probably
one
in
passing the
round
ball,
one.
though, isn't he? Wellesby's in
Wow.
everything they do. I'm just saying.
He's in most of it, yeah.
You don't like Wellesby, do you? I can just tell.
I've got no problem with him. He's a quality player.
Yeah.
He's better than Miller.
He's better than Miller.
Yeah.
Did you expect me to bite at that or something?
He's top 3 fullbacks in the league, innit? Easily.
Yeah.
Defence doesn't matter. When he's getting run through by fucking stickmen every week.
I love how you've even done the Jack Wellesby balls aren't dropped yet. Worries me how young he's
I
playing
know,
like that.
that's true.
Please go to the NRL
So who are you-
already, Jack.
Who are you saying then?
What, the Man of Steel? Oh,
Yeah.
God, I
I
couldn't.
don't know.
Because by your theory...
I don't think Moylan's a bad shout.
Yeah, that's what I mean. By your theory, you've got to pick someone from the team who's going to be like third or fourth, or does like we're absolutely riding this Arthur Morg train here. But if Catalan's,
You two are.
he could easily be Catalan's best player next year.
It could be, but he could also spend half the season bloody injured again, like
Well,
he has
yeah.
every other season.
Yeah. So you're saying Moylan? If Pape is not a bad shout.
I think
you know.
it'll be so. I genuinely think the Man of Steel is coming from either Lee or KR. Because I think they're the
Who
two
would it come
teams
from? KR though. Mikey Lewis.
potentially,
Ooh.
He's a good player, like.
and he's
just-
pivotal to the way KR play.
I want to change my answer to Pape.
What's happened to Jordan Abdul?
Gone to Catalan.
Gone Catalan.
Oh shit, yeah. Well,
And he won't get a game there, I don't think, because he'll play Nicarima and
Ben
What a
Parker,
weird
isn't it?
signing that is.
what, Nicarima?
Yeah,
Jaden Nicarima. I rate me.
I just that came out of nowhere to me.
Yeah.
I was just like, what? Why have you put? I mean, they didn't
That's-
get coded, did they? Which
That's
says
like me
No.
with your signings.
what? Like why? Of all the seven you
Every
could have gone
side
for, why the
opening his
fuck
wallet.
have you gone for Matt Frawley?
I rate Matt Frawley.
And Miller.
The thing is, I wasn't happy about Frawley's side.
out of
After
every
watching him
fullback
in
you could have.
pre-season, he does look like he's a bit more dependable actually.
Respect.
What about top try scorer then? If we're not.
Charlie.
Yeah, I've got Charlie.
Yeah.
Wigan share the tries too much for it to be Marshall or Miskey.
Yeah, but the thing is,
You say that,
we
Misty,
can-
you got joint last year.
Yeah, I know, but I just think this year they've scored more, and maybe I should say Miskey then.
Fun fact: my friend had his grand final shirt for all of about 24 hours
Why only 24 hours?
because some
He
kid
nicked it off
dropped
the
it.
kid.
Yeah, and obviously she picked it up, and then there were a Facebook post the next day being like, "I don't where it's from Lebanon, innit?" It was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm from Lebanon, whatever. I've supported like this bloke, whatever. Go see him every week after the game. I get food with him, whatever." So she had to give it back to this child.
Oh,
Pretty
that's too bad.
So I think I think the game's the game, man.
You'd have kept
Oh,
quiet,
dear.
wouldn't
Yeah, of course I
you?
would.
Stuck it on eBay. If you want it, you got to pay 500 quid.
I
for
had
that.
a Leslie Vinacolo Tri-Nation shirt from like just after I was born. My mum didn't know what it was, and she took it to the charity shop.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've never forgiven her.
I don't blame him.
Bloody hell.
Exactly. So I'd have kept that shirt.
I've still got me.
I'd have kept it and sold it probably, to be honest.
I've still got
Yeah.
my old
You get
school
cookies
Carl
and
Gibson
cookies,
Leeds shirt
I
under
know
lock
that,
and
I think.
key. Top try scorer then? I don't know.
Lachlan Walmsley.
Yeah, in Championship
Nah,
probably.
Gilly scores more than the championship. He definitely done. Warms
I know.
six
What,
a game, innit?
Who was that? What's his name? That fucker that played for Gareth, whatever. Gareth Gale.
Oh,
He,
Fev, yeah.
he had one less try than Walmsley last year, didn't he? And
Did he work that close?
Yeah.
Where?
34 and 33. I think.
Oh, Gil will know it there that way.
No, we were 18.
18, is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, we touched on the Championship, but what do you reckon Greg Eden's chances are?
Nowhere near. Don't think Fax will be good enough.
Fair enough.
I'd be
I'm
surprised.
saying this,
that,
I have no
saying
idea
that,
who the fuck I'm
where
saying.
did Fax finish last year? Like 8th or something?
Right, I've got a name.
Walmsley won it, didn't he? From 8th. So,
Yeah, but
so Eden could win it, is what I'm saying. Because Shoefray is good as
if they
well.
had a
Same
team full of
team,
Walmsley,
same
then
setup,
they'd
yeah.
been sound, but yeah.
Well, they struggle at pack
Who?
if they had a team full of walls.
Right.
No, he's good out. He's good with ball. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
they'd be more worried with like.
Anyway, I'm going Tom Johnson.
Alright, fair enough.
Fair.
I'm not angry with
Not
that.
a bad option, yeah.
Yeah, either Tom Johnson or Davis, whichever
I
side.
was
they end up
thinking,
going
I was
down more
thinking
down, to be honest.
Johnston. I just thought Catalan's won't be necessarily good enough for him to. But then
I
I've
wouldn't
only
even, I
got
wouldn't
him
even
just
write,
below Lee,
write
so-
the Warrington boys off, actually.
You know, one I was thinking of was
Adam
Handley.
Swift.
Actually, you keep Handley fit all season, firing on that edge.
Well, it's an interesting
What's
one
that
because
for
I
his
would
side,
like
isn't
to hope
I wanna have a look
that
at
with
this.
Momorovsky at the side of him, rather than Nenny, he's actually got a centre that can give him the ball in an half decent position this year, rather than
and with Crofts.
skipping and jumping about and getting tackled 5 metres later.
Yeah. So I do like Handley as an option.
The other side to that is Momorovsky good enough that he scores them all himself?
So, Johnson, Makinson, Miskey and Marshall are favourites. Then it's Bevan, French and Charnley. Then Ashton, Field,
Ashton's a shout.
Hanley-
Swift, that
Hanley-
is rough.
Handley at 12 to 1s. That's good odds.
I think
that.
Adam Swift is massively overhyped on
Yeah.
that.
Johnny
Don't get me wrong,
Dennison.
he's a great player, but I don't think he's got
T.
a team
Ritson,
round.
14 to 1.
Fuck off.
Yeah, but they've got both. Only one of them can play. Bennison or Ritson. Can't they? Why are they both the same?
Well, Ritson's definitely the better of the two, in my
Making
opinion.
comes off to Callum, isn't he? In the season.
Apparently, so. Hall.
Fussy 2 are 25 to 1.
He won't play enough games to get it.
I want to see who's bottom. Who the fuck is that? Who's Aaron Lindup?
What odds can we get on Elise McCartney? That's what I want to know. Elise McCartney, 100 to 1.
Have we got any more on the predictions, or can we wrap this up
I
after
think we'll
like
wrap
an
it
hour
up.
and 20 or whatever?
I think
was
we're
it?
wrap
Zach
it up.
Hardacre's 100 to 1.
That'll be a job on. Is that speedy we're going? Allegedly.
Right, no one stayed this long, I don't think. But,
No, I think I'm
but yeah.
safe, but I'll
remember
carry that.
the Egremont situation?
Well, we did that at the top,
Yeah, I know.
thankfully. It's a good job we
Yeah.
didn't save it till the end, didn't it?
Thank you, fellas.
Yeah, and thank you,
Yeah.
Harry, for coming on again and giving your insight.
Yeah, well, I don't know when we'll have him back.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Hullafy.
we'll have him probably championship preview.
What's he can piss off half at
Well, no,
championship?
then he'll
I'd
probably
say.
start. Then he'll probably start
So we
talking
just
about
do that
League
now?
One, won't
No, let's not do that now.
he? Right.
We'll
Right.
do a quick one.
Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the weekend. And the Super League season will be beginning
Yeah, tomorrow.
Somewhat.
tomorrow, yeah, and we'll be there.
We will.
Old Derby. Maybe
Keep an eye out.
maybe
He won't
keep-
be there.
Maybe
thankfully.
keep an eye out for a video this coming Saturday.
And if you
relating
want,
to
if you want me to tell you where he is, Hull FC fans, so you can lynch him, just let me know.
They know where I am.
Yeah, busy getting off with Billy Jowett.
Oh.
Anyway,
Poor Jowett, man.
Right, thanks
how
for
I feel with him.
right. Thanks for watching, guys.
See you
I'll
later.
in a bit.